Hello, hello. How's everybody doing? Sorry we're a tad late. We got distracted talking about what everyone's characters' star signs would be just now. We discovered that Kelken Oddish is a Sagittarius, and he's a Sagittarius in real life, so it works. I don't know much about star signs. What star signs are you guys in chat? What star signs are you? I'm. Can you guys guess which one I am? Those of you who don't know my birthday, I think it's pretty obvious what I am. Nope, nope, nope. Someone who thinks too good of me would say I'm a Leo, but I may be more like way than you think. I was. R- really? Oh. I don't know. I don't know. Ree, do you remember my birthday? Oh, by the way, we just had a birthday. It was Ree's birthday this past week. Let's give a round of applause for Ree and her birthday. Happy birthday, Ree. Ree, because because it was your birthday, you will get today a roll. I think I've added it to your sheet as well. A roll of the birthday die, which has special birthday properties that only the birthday person gets to receive. So when it is your birthday week during our game, remind me, and you'll also get a spin of the birthday die. Um, let's see. Ruthie's got it. Ruthie's got it. Ruthie knows my sign. Uh, yeah. So I have such improv streamer brain right now. I did not realize I even said it. You are a Sagittarius. I learned that. So that means you have a birthday at some point. Nailed it. Uh I would say you're an Aquarius because you're all wet. Because you're a sloppy lady. There, that's a compliment in a way. See, so I have a way with people. That would make sense. This is why I like you guys because a majority of you are just as confused with about this shit as I am. Like that's why I found my people. Like we can't even fake it convincingly. Oh my god. Hey Carnegie. Hey Pharaoh. How's everybody in chat? How's everybody in chat doing? Yeah, come up with well, why don't we just get started now because we're already behind a little bit. So we can continue this conversation in the game as it unfolds, I suppose. But but yeah, let's go over a bit of where we left off. Okay, so last week was our second session. I will say in advance we will not be meeting next week, so get all you can out of this current session because it will be we'll have an off week after this. But right now our characters, they were on a merchant ship called the Sea Hag. They had been hired to be bodyguards to a man who is now deceased. So they're either no longer employed or someone's gonna have a talking to them. Although it's a little bit difficult to say how much trouble they could really be in because it seemed like a demigod like person, possibly a godkin, one of these people who seems to have sort of godly powers in this age that's theoretically not supposed to have gods in it, seemed to have like surfed upon a tsunami and hit their vessel. The vessel, everyone was submerged and knocked unconscious. They awoke on this beach with the wreckage of the ship nearby. Affinity was somehow miraculously unharmed. The rest of them took various amounts of damage and lost some belongings. So they shortly after that they met a surfing bird, bird is the word, who goes by the name of Kip, a surfing penguin kenku, and he was very nebulous about the information he could bestow because he's sort of a world, sort of a hippy dippy sort. And but he did notice that there seemed to have been at least one survivor, perhaps, who was carried off by an ape into the jungle north of where our party is now, that you can see on the map. And let's see what else. They also the party discovered this former campsite where it seems is that there were two survivors, a person and their son. The son was kidnapped by goblins, and so the father tried to rescue the son, but it's unclear how that turned out. But we just know that there's probably goblins somewhere nearby, and perhaps the son is still kidnapped. Um, and we also learned last time that Waylon, Ruthie's character, the paladin, has a special connection with a trickster god by the name of Fabian. Um, and right now, only Waylon seems to be able to see and talk to Fabian, and Fabian has let Waylon know that somewhere to the northeast there seems to be something, perhaps a magical artifact or something of magical power out that way. So our when we last left our party, they were sort of racking their brains trying to figure out what to do. They know that. Thanks to Ronnie's ability to survey the land, they'll be in no short supply of food and coconut water. But if they want to get an actual freshwater supply. They're going to have to find a river at some point. But for now, they should be okay in terms of sustenance. And we join them now at about 3 p.m. during the day. The sun is out. It's about 70 degrees Fahrenheit. So it's warm, a little breezy because we're by the sea, but it's pretty temperate and nice. And yeah, this is where we will join our parties. And if you guys would like to check the letters that you found, the notes, you can also do that. They are in your journal under handouts, island handouts. um and so yeah, that's that. And I will check out chat right now as you guys decide what to do. Let's see if there's any questions there. And as a general reminder to chat, you will be able to get involved in the game by making donations. For 500 bits, you can name an NPC. Someone's already done that. We might even meet them today. For 1,000 bits, you can inspire a player, meaning give them inspiration in the game, which is a mechanic that gives them advantage on certain roles, so it's very helpful. And for 1,500 bits, you can buff an enemy, meaning make combat more difficult for our fair heroes. And I was working on another one for 2,000 bits. I forget what it is now, so we'll just ignore that for right now. But yeah, with that, you guys are good to go, and you guys are good to go on your adventure right now. So whatever you guys would like to do, uh, yeah, I believe that's where we left the discussion. I'm going to double check my notes, but I will turn the reins over to you for right now. uh, well, right now, I will give you some directional advice right now. So you guys are at the shipwreck camp right now. I'm gonna move you guys over to the island map screen. Let's see how this looks. Yeah, it looks okay. Um, so right now you guys are here. You should be able to see where the party token is. This is where you landed on the beach. This is where you found the statue-ish. And over to the far east is where you found Kip on the beach. Um, so what you know is that in this direction, uh, you is sort of the direction that Kip seemed to be pointing for where the person with red hair was taken by an ape. And in the almost the on the opposite side of the island, it seems like, is where um, uh, you were told to go way. So uh, you'll probably be able to visit both places. However, they are in opposite directions. Um, One thing that you notice as you set forth is there seems to be a well-trodden path to the north. So you can either sort of cut this way through the jungle, which is uh, a little bit rough. There's no clear path, or you can sort of walk this way. It's not like a nicely paved path, but it is. It just looks like either creatures or animals have walked that path previously. So it's up to you which way you guys want to go. Just caught up on chat.
And they've been keeping that kid safe, so they're probably friendly.
I did I did not unmute any of you guys during that whole period. So that was
No way.
perfect. No one reminded me. No one said it out loud. I just read
I
it
said
in
it
chat.
in chat.
That's I can't read chat all the time. I can't read chat all the time. You
Oof.
gotta. So luckily, none of you said anything that was worth remembering. So it's totally fine.
Brutal.
You guys have
How dare you,
you guys
Whoa,
have
like
figured
Archie.
out how to they've decided to go into the jungle is basically what they've said. um and yeah, there's a path to the north, and it sounds like Ronnie
I mean,
is
we had character breakthroughs. I was crying.
did you
Yeah. It was
There was a
quite
whole
an
arc,
experience.
yeah.
You kind of had to be there. Sorry, chat.
We gained a level.
what? Stop tricking the chat. They don't know that. They don't know that. Okay, all right. Oh my god. Okay. Uh at some point, everyone in chat, when we start the stream, when we start, apology not accepted. I'm sorry, everyone. I told them to remind me, and none of them
I
did.
did.
No.
I did remind you in
But
chat.
was the reminder given to me, or was it given to the world at large? That's the question that we need answering
But
here.
you are the world at large.
What?
How is chat gonna know about all those magical items we found?
I've saw like 20 messages in the chat from the party that I needed to catch up on. All of them probably just ink being filthy like last time. I know your tricks. Okay, so right now, officially, you can hear the party, and we are going north along the path. Is that your decision?
Yeah.
Okay, great. So as you're going north along this little path, you see a couple sites ahead of you. You at first see what looks to be like a little. You're traveling for about, I don't know, maybe 30 minutes or so, and it's all pretty nice. There's like birds flapping around. You see some like some like little lizards scuttling about, and it's actually pretty nice, and not doesn't seem that dangerous. And as you're going forward along this path, you see these two landmarks, one of which looks to be a a quote unquote man-made structure, although we don't know if humans made it, but it looks to be a bit of a lookout tower. So you guys are moving up this way. And around here, you see this lookout tower above that. But before that, there is a pit, a large pit. Let's say it's about the size of a maybe like a city bus and a half long. Just to get your sense around it. And let me pull you to where we're at here. Okay, we should be traveling to a new map here. And let me bring your tokens out. But yeah, you guys can see this new map, yeah?
Yeah.
Yes.
Great. Let's see how it looks on screen. Okay, great. So here's a little lookout tower, and in this area over here is a large pit. And you see something moving around at the bottom of the pit. And there's also a bunch of like refuse and it looks like boxes. Whoa. Oh, I'm on the wrong thing. Apologies, one moment. And you see something moving around in there. It appears to be some sort of creature. But and amongst them is like what looks to be other shipwreck materials, cargo, different boxes, and some strewn and broken. Not that dissimilar from what came out of your ship, although this kind of looks older, like it was from some other thing. But you do see what looks to be a creature moving around there. It's about the size of a sheep. But it is dark. It's almost the cover of the earth. But none of you are quite sure at first glance what this is, but you are able to take a closer look if you would like to.
Kel,
Yeah, hell
Kel, did
yeah.
you see that?
I think I was muted.
Do you know what that
Where
is?
I wish I did. It looks fascinating. I'd love to step up to it and get a closer look. But guys, don't scare it off. We don't know if it's friendly, if it hates us, or it could just run away. We gotta sneak up to it. And I'd like to
This
sneak up to
pit
the
is
I think
about
it's stuck
20
in that
feet.
pit.
Yeah, it's about 20 feet deep.
Okay.
It is stuck inside that pit. It doesn't look like it is able to get out, whatever it
I'll
is.
just I guess like peek my head over the rim and
Yeah.
look down into the pit.
It immediately starts making like some little mournful or strange sounds, like it starts turning around a little bit in circles as if looking for a place to hide but not really having it, and it sort of wedges itself between two boxes that are down there. Kel, can you make a perception or investigation roll to get a better sense of
Yep,
what this
go
bad
ahead.
boy is?
I'll give you guidance.
Oh, thank you. So you said perception or investigation?
Yeah, sure. And anyone else who would like to look, they can, of course. Okay, great. With that, I mean,
Awesome.
what does guidance give?
With
Advantage?
guidance
So-
is a D4?
Plus a D4.
Okay, great. I mean, I'm just going to give it to you and say what you see down there, it's actually a little bit different than what you thought it was. That is it looked strange to you. It looked like a little bit like some sort of weird sheep mud monster to you. But now what what you think you see, and you're a bit baffled because this might be only something that you've seen in storybooks or heard legends of before, but based on what you've read and what you've heard rumors of, this appears to be a baby triceratops,
Oh.
covered head to toe in mud, as if it's been stuck in this muddy pit. And yeah, it appears to be trapped there and very distraught. It does not look like it has been eating very well, but with that perception roll, you are also able to see a little bit of how this might have transpired. Above here, north of the pit, you're able to see that there are some tracks there, though they're a bit worn down right now. But this looks like it could have been where the baby came from. And hanging above here, you're also able to see a long branch above the pit where a mango is hanging over top of the pit. And from this, you're sort of able to piece together that, oh, this poor baby was probably just trying to get a bite of that mango and tumbled in here.
Right.
And
Does
so
does it seem hurt in any way?
it doesn't. It seems very hardy. Like, you know,
Mhm.
Triceratopses are kind of like tanks a little bit, and
Right.
so
As everyone.
they're kind of, as we all know from our Jurassic Parkings, but they're hardy creatures. They're uh, and just based on the way you look at it, because it's covered in mud, you can't see any like cuts or bruises on it, or you know, it's hard to know based on your understanding of what a normal like the normal like scale or skin coloration on this thing would be. But based on the way it's behaving, it's not limping. It's not like uh it doesn't appear to be evidently hurt. It seems more scared and distraught, if anything.
Okay. I want to use speech of beast and leaf just to try and calm him. Like, hey, buddy, don't worry. We're not here to hurt you. We're gonna get you out of there. You're gonna be fine. I have no way of understanding what he's gonna say back to me, or he or she. But I'm just gonna try and calm it down a bit, just to stop it being as scared and distressed.
Okay. So your ability will give you the ability to basically, as a furbolg, speech of beast and leaf will give you the ability to communicate with them. However, you will not be able to hear words in your language back.
Exactly. Yeah.
So please make a persuasion check for persuading that, and this will be with advantage because of your ability. So you're going to try to calm this creature and let it know that you guys are not bad guys, right? That's what you want to say to it?
Yes. Basically. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Also like was interested, so I'll throw a guidance on that as well.
Natural 20.
Hell
Ooh,
yeah.
boom!
Okay, this baby stops mewing and it comes up to you, and as close as it can in this pit, sort of like to the edge here at the bottom. It's about 20 feet down, but it looks up to you and now it's sort of just staring at you inquisitively like, what is this? Is this friend? And it starts to like lick out its tongue as if it would lick you if it could.
Ooh.
And it's like, it looks like you have persuaded it so well that it has now decided that you are definitely harmless and a friend
Hell
in
yeah.
this situation.
I'd like to just quickly go over to where the mango was, just pluck it off of its branch and toss it down for the
It
time being.
follows you as you walk over there, and then seeing the mango tumble down, it gets so excited and starts, even before eating it, it does like a little foot pound onto the dirt, like almost revving up its engine to eat, and it wiggles a little bit and it just starts chomping down on this mango. It's gone so quickly. It is just like it devours that thing. There's a stem there and it's like chewing on it, and it like throws the stem a little bit to show how tough it is, and then it like wiggles its tail and then looks up at you like, where's the rest?
Oh, you are the cutest goddamn thing I've ever seen. Guys, I really need you. We need to free this. He's so cute. Please
Yeah,
help.
Ronnie is like already sort of like looking for like some palm trees that maybe could be knocked down and like make a little ramp,
Make
like a
Sure, yeah, make a
shadow in.
I mean, whichever you think would make more sense here. I mean, I could see this being. I feel like that's more of like an investigation check, because what would be the best option here in terms of that, right? Or
What if I'm
do
just
you have a better option? What's that?
I mean, I have things I'm better at than investigation.
Right, because
If
I
just go
feel like
through
this
some
could be
trees until
nature,
find
but I
one
feel
that
like
falls
nature
over.
is like, do I know? Uh, you know,
Survival, because
Yeah,
I'm
survival
like
makes sense.
trying to do some woodcraft.
I don't know. I feel like
Woodcraft.
survival is more
I don't
making
really.
your way
Survival
through
so
terrain.
rarely comes up, so I'm just trying to use it.
Right. No, I totally understand. And there will be opportunities, I promise, for you to use it here, should you so choose. But I feel like maybe just do like a basic perception or investigation check to like look around and see what you can see. Okay, with that, you see plenty of strong candidates for trees that you could chop down to make like a bridge of some sort. Although you do see that, like, because these are palms, they are about, I don't know, a foot to a foot and a half wide. And based on your looking at this stout little creature, it is about maybe twice that, so to speak. So it would almost want maybe one for each leg Do you know what I mean?
Mhm.
So I think it would have a hard time. Just it would be like even with coaxing from Kel, it would be a little bit like you're gonna have to like trick this thing into learning how to be Dick Grayson all of a sudden on the balance beam. So that's what you understand. But you do see so many palms, and so many fallen branches and leaves that you think you're definitely not at a loss for materials and wood, especially. It is a baby Triceratops, Carnegie. They're asking in the chat. And so you guys are looking around, and I also want to make notes of the fact that you guys do see some materials in there, and I made mention of them before. Of course, there's a very cute animal here, so we that does take focus a little bit. But
I assume you would have mentioned I think like it logically I would just a cursory glance. Like there's not obviously like someone in the watchtower or anything like that.
you cannot see anyone. As far as you can tell, it
Okay.
is completely abandoned at present. But if you would like to investigate this area further, since we did sort of stop at the pit on the way in, you totally can. But right now, it doesn't look like... It seems like you could also just sort of reason that since this thing was just sort of mewing a little bit ago and making like not super loud noises, but loud enough noises, that if anything was there that was threatening right away, it probably would have been alerted.
Okay.
Does anybody in here speak Draconic?
Not I.
I think I do, actually.
Oh, really?
Let me check. I could be making that up. Just kidding, I lied.
You liar!
I lied. I don't speak Draconic.
Okay, people in the chat are claiming they speak Draconic. I don't quite.
I mean, I took it in high school.
I speak Peggy Hill Draconic, where I tell Spanish speakers that I know it better than they do, and they're doing it wrong. So in the wait, Oz, don't you know sort of Draconic a little bit?
Oswald thinks he knows Draconic.
Okay, so
That's good
so
enough for me.
so in in the pit, like the things that the baby was sort of like hiding behind and like sneaking between at the point previously, there's 3 big crates that look to be relatively like a little beat up but not really damaged, sort of like the surviving crates that you pulled out of the sea in last session. And it seems like that they've been written in Draconic on there, some sort of markings for what perhaps the contents would be. So Oz, if you would like to try, you can roll a let's see what makes sense here in terms of understanding this. It could be, I would say it could be an investigation, or languages like, you know it or you don't. There's not a lot of checks in here for you. Kind of do. Which is the situation.
You know, like
right?
maybe
Probably is
speak into
able to guess it better than spoken.
a romance
right.
language. And you're like, I speak one of them.
Okay, so let's say you can do either a history check or a perception check, or investigation check. One of those, whichever one you would like to try to understand this.
I'm gonna roll history. Oswald is pulling on his past knowledge of the Draconic he has read to try to guess what this is.
Right. That makes sense to me. Wow! Okay, so you immediately understand what this is. So that's a natural 20 for the people who are just watching this and may not have seen that. But that is... Wait, is this on the right page? No, it's not. Okay, let me pull this down so you guys can see the rolls. Okay, so natural 20 on that history check. So you know not only that this is draconic in what it says, but also that this is specifically, it seems to be written in a lizard folk style of writing. So you've read enough. You might not be able to speak it aloud and have difficulty understanding it when it's spoken in dialect, but you know this seems to be this is probably supplies from a lizard folk ship that was also probably shipwrecked or perhaps hit by one of these giant waves and at one point washed up here or tumbled in here somehow. And on these shipments, there are 3 major boxes, and one says rations, and the other says armaments, and the third says medicine. So you've got these 3 boxes and the baby Triceratops in there as well. And there's also some refuse down there too, lots of broken items, and perhaps some stuff that the Triceratops has gotten into in order to survive. But that's the stuff that looks to be like you might actually be able to get that stuff out there.
Oh, those boxes. I've seen those words before. Those are supplies that the lizard folk packed?
Yes.
We need those. I want those.
I am still just working on making a sort of a ramp ladder situation. So I'm working on getting an in and out
Okay, so
a way for us to get down there.
Are you like taking what's fallen down, or are you like chopping stuff down right now?
I don't think I have a way to chop, so I'm either looking for things that are down or trying to like.
Can I assist with the chopping? I've got my short sword.
Okay, a sword might be okay, but it's probably not as prepped for I would say that amongst what you can find up to 2 smaller smaller in width, but about 20 feet in terms of length, fallen palms that have just been fell at just one time or another. So you don't have to chop those if you would like to use those. There's also a bunch of twigs and leaves nearby. Yeah, Ozzy lucked out on that, in that they were just big words on them and not full like idioms or anything that Ozzy would have to understand. Not draconic riddles, which could have gone really bad. But
yeah, if they're at least good enough that like I'd be able to probably get back out, then I would possibly try to be like, Kel, do you think it's safe if I go down there?
Oh yeah, he's there. It's completely fine. I guess I'm assuming it's a he or she, but that's a whole other can of worms. Yeah, it's completely safe. Very friendly. If you go down there, it's not gonna attack you at all. You're completely good. Hey, right, buddy? And I speak that last bit down to the Triceratops in the pit. You're not gonna hurt
is
him, right?
speech of beast in leaf a thing that you have
It's an innate
charges
thing.
of?
It's not. No. It's
You can just do it.
innate trait. Yeah.
Okay, great. Okay, so you can just do that.
Can I
at
find
will.
like another mango or something to bring down?
Sure, yeah, you can definitely find. There's definitely a mango tree around here, and you should be able to just crawl in there and grab it amongst the foliage and grab that. Now, can you describe to me what you're trying to do to get down there, like how you're using the trees specifically? Because you could probably, especially with your long limbs, you could probably just hold the edge of the thing and drop down, if that's all you're trying to do. But I'm just curious what your plan is for using these
So
trees.
I wanted to find a way to get the Triceratops out of the pit.
Right.
So I was hoping to build like a bit of a ramp with a couple of trees.
Okay.
But then since I found these 2, which might not be sufficient, I figured I would get down in there, but like set them up as a little ramp that at least I can use to easily get back out, and see if like the armaments has like an axe or something that might be more useful for putting this together.
Oh, okay. That's smart. All right. That makes sense to me. Okay, so the idea is to put these 2 tree trunks side by side and tilt them down.
Yeah,
Okay.
like
Gotcha.
just make a little makeshift ramp and maybe like use some fronds to try to like lash them a little bit together.
Okay, okay. All right.
How big
all right,
is
yeah.
this guy? How big's our friend?
He is, I would say, about probably about 2 to 2.5 feet wide.
How heavy would you say he is? Or do we
He
not?
looks adorable, and you can't. And the part of you that loves cute things thinks he can't possibly weigh that much. But your knowledge of creatures and just what you know as an amateur biologist tells you this thing probably weighs like a lot. It's probably very heavy.
Yeah,
How
you guys might
deep
want to
is
be
the
careful.
pit?
Like they look like they
20
don't weigh
feet.
that much, but did you guys know that Triceratopses can get to like 50 tons? So don't try and pick him up.
he's like 2 less than oh lord he coming. He's not chonky, but they're just hefty creatures because their outer skin has so it's almost like natural armor. Yeah, he's chonky.
Affinity is like, you guys said this is a baby, right? Wouldn't that, not to be a party pooper, suggest that there are bigger ones somewhere else that
I'm
maybe we should avoid?
still putting the logs into the pit. For sure. There's definitely others probably on this island. Kel, are these creatures that we need to be... I don't feel like Ronnie probably knows that Triceratops are herbivores. Like,
Oh yeah, so I mean, they're herbivores, guys, but they will fuck us up if we don't approach this right. Like those things have huge horns. They will gore you to death. I'm thinking if we can get this little guy out, they probably won't be as mad. I can probably cobble together a few sentences telling them, "Hey, look, we rescued your baby. We're good guys."
I rescued this
know.
baby right now.
Oh, baby.
Do
Baby
you think we
silence.
could keep the baby?
Yeah, Kel can just tell them that it's your baby now. I'm sure it'll go over fine.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I have taken your child. You will bow to me. I think I told it right, guys. So here's the thing I would like to do. So you're placing the logs down as the ramp, right?
yeah.
So okay, can you make either strength or dex just to or I guess athletics or yeah, to just put them down and arrange them the way you would like. Okay. So you get one down, but the other one just sort of slides into the pit and lands not in a threatening way to the baby Trek, but to just sort of like it slides down all the way like in an unhappy way, and the
Okay.
the other the baby Triceratops looks at Kelkan like, what the heck? What are you guys even doing?
Hey,
I grab a
you gotta
mango.
trust in the process, little guy. We'll
and-
have you out of there in no time. We're competent. Trust
It
us. We're
raises a
competent.
quizzical eyebrow as if to say, "Oh no, I'm gonna be stuck here forever."
I grab a mango and I jump down.
I don't know how much a ton is, but if we tie rope around it, can we all pull it out?
No,
I think my arms would fall off first.
I don't think so.
Oswald sadly puts the rope away.
I defeated a mango, and then I go to try to put the other stick back up.
Okay, so you jump down there, right? And it backs up and it puts its butt bumps its butt against the crates again. And it keeps looking at Kelkan like, I know you, but I don't know this one. What's this one? It's got long arms.
Friend, we're all friends. Trust us. Calm down. We're all friends.
It
We're
looks-
here to
I
help.
do
It looks
classic and put the mango out like sort of in front of me, and I crouch down so I'm not threatening.
Like
Okay,
like a
the
holy scribble
mango.
kind of out on your palm kind of thing.
Make
Yeah.
an animal handling check.
Not a thing I have.
Okay, it's looking really. It looks really suspicious at you. It's like squinting its eyes. Then it like waddles up and grabs the mango and turns it away from you and gobbles it up happily. And then it looks over its shoulder like, I still don't like you, and like goes back to eating it.
I'm working on the other stick so that the two of them are there.
Okay.
So-
Look at
Alternative
you
plan,
go, Ronnie. You might
guys.
make an amateur biologist yet.
What a compliment. So you've got these two logs, and they're basically, they form a little ramp, but they are not really tied together in any way. Any sort of fastening you try to do with like vines, the vines don't seem sturdy enough. They kind of snap or seem like they would if they were, if one foot went one way and rolled one log one way and one foot rolled the log the other way, you could see these vines becoming loose or snapping pretty easily. So if the goal is to lead the baby up the ramp or use the ramp in some way to move the things out, you might want to find some way to fasten them together more thoroughly.
I mean, I think we all have rope.
I don't have rope anymore.
I have rope, so I might do that.
Okay. Make a dexterity check to fasten it. You're going to fasten these logs from the bottom.
Normal check.
Right. Okay. So you perfectly
Good.
make a knot, and it's steady up there. So the bottom is steady. So it's basically like tied together at the bottom. There's a little knot there that goes around it. It's snug. There's like a little bit of the bark where it sort of splits up on a palm. You can sort of wedge it in there, so it's perfect. The top is a little bit split, so it's like sort of they're tied together, cinched at the waist, but even just looking at it and just knowing what you know about basic construction, you'll probably want to cinch the top as well to make sure it's a little bit more sturdy.
Hey, could somebody up there tie those together while I start going through these crates?
Yeah, I have rope. I can try.
Okay.
Is that a dex?
Yes.
Dex check?
Make a dex check on it. Okay, so
Ooh.
Kelkan has somehow managed to tie his own hands together. And he trips and falls over into a bush face first, and is like, guys, can someone help me here? This rope, I think this must be one of Affinity's trick ropes, because it
Oh,
went
boy.
crazy, guys.
Oh, buddy. All right.
It will be after.
Gonna go over and just cut the rope.
I
With her
don't know how
dagger.
it happened. Thank you so much. It didn't happen. Just we don't talk about this. Thank you.
Saw nothing.
Because of Affinity's expert rope handling abilities from being a magician, she will have advantage on this rope tying should she wish to do it.
Wait,
Can I
really?
jump? Oh,
I guess I'll try. I don't have any rope though. Is this?
Yeah, if you
Kelkan's
you've
rope
just
full?
untied, Kelkan, you can use his rope.
Yeah, you can you
Alright,
can take
cool.
my rope. I
It's
assume it
not-
it's
wasn't-
not
it's
single
your
use
rope
rope.
anyway, right?
Although
it was your
Affinity
trick rope. I'm
wants.
just giving it back to you.
The question is, are you going to use his rope or are you going to use your ribbons for flavor?
No, those are special.
Ew, they'll get dirty.
Those are my ribbons. I'm
Oh my
going
God.
to. Although Affinity wants absolutely nothing to do with this little creature, she's
Right.
gonna walk over and attempt to tie this thing successfully.
Okay, do a dex check with no advantage. Or wait, with advantage, because you know
Oh,
how to
cool,
tie
I'm-
knots and
Yeah,
get out
I'm
of
good
them
at
pretty
Dex.
easy.
I got this.
Okay, so yeah,
sorta
you
got
successfully tie the top together. No flourish, but a nice little sailor's knots. You've seen it a billion times. You've studied it on the ship on the way here because you've been pretty bored and have been trying to do rope tricks with all the ropes that have been hanging around on the board. So now this thing is, the only difficulty with it is that it looks, like it could potentially slide underneath. Like, it doesn't look like the two logs are tied together, right? But this is a muddy pit. And so if you were to test its sturdiness, you get the sense that it could slide forward, meaning both logs could fall into the pit, or it could just slide left or right. So
can
just
I jump?
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Can I jump in the pit and kind of like dig a little muddy trench, kind of right in front of where the logs are, so they do start to kind of wiggle. They'll kind of wiggle where I want them to.
Yes, you can do that, but are you going to jump into the pit?
What? Can I slide into the pit?
Okay, yeah, that's probably safer. Okay, you slide. Are you gonna try to use the logs as a ramp to see how sturdy it is, or are you going to go down the side of the
I
pit?
think I'm gonna go down the side because I don't want to ruin the work that's already been done.
Okay, make an
I'll,
athletics
I'll
check of just
put
going
my
down the pit normally.
I'll put my hand up and like give a hand down.
Okay, great. With advantage because of that.
I'm still gonna go with that 10, pretty please.
Okay, yeah. So you slide down on your butt and you're giving a thumbs up to the others above, but you hit a little like rut, like your boot catches something and you tip forward and you go face plant on the dirt for, let's see,
Oh, does Ronnie not catch me?
five
Can I try to catch?
five bludgeoning damage.
Oh my
Uh
god.
as you hit your face into the dirt, you even the thing is that Ronnie was you're going down like a little slope. You sort of like were holding on the side and scooted down, and you looked so confident as you were giving the thumbs up that Ronnie was like, oh, well, they've surely got it from here. But you somehow you
As
somehow
soon as
managed.
Ronnie turns around, just conk.
Yeah, you
Oh my
slap.
gosh, are you all right?
It's almost like as you're sliding down, you try to stand up a little bit and lose your footing and fall down, like just a little overconfident on that. Uh, yeah, and
Wade
everyone's
turns to you with a nosebleed. Just yeah, I'm fine. Why do you ask?
everyone's just like, this is not a cool look.
No, it's not.
Affinity is holding in laughter.
I'm just owning it because there's no good way to spin this.
You look like you were covered in Braveheart paint, but it's just mud and there's a bloody
And
nose
blood.
coming down. Yeah.
Wait, Ronnie, wait, I have an idea. Is there any water in those boxes that you guys see down there?
Yeah, I'm gonna start going through the boxes.
So the
Ooh, yeah,
boxes
I'm
are
smart.
sealed, but you guys did pick up that crowbar earlier,
Crowbar.
right?
Yes.
Okay, who has the crowbar?
I
I
do.
think I had it, but yeah.
Okay, well, if one
I
of you
hand
in
it
the
back
pit
to
has
Ronnie.
it, then yeah, you should easily be able to. Just I guess I'm not even gonna make you roll for it because it should just be easy enough to pop them off. They're sort of battered and beaten anyway. So you pop them off, and you can go through them right now. I will. Okay, so there's one. Oh, which one are you opening first? I should say there's rations, armaments, and medicine.
Armaments.
Okay. So
Because like I was also like looking to see like if there was like a tool, like an axe or something that would help me like get some more lumber.
okay.
for my crops.
This is what you find inside the armaments box. There is a rapier, a crossbow with 10 bolts, a longbow with 10 arrows, a short sword, a dagger, and a mace. So no axe. But you do find those basic belongings in there.
I could mace down a tree.
You probably could bash it, especially. And it might be good to have extras just so you don't have to wear out your stuff that you are using. So there is a bunch of stuff in there.
If you guys could find some water, I may have an idea. I'm not sure though.
All right, I'll go check out the rations.
Okay, so you open up the rations kit, and inside there are 10 rations and 10 water skins, all full as well.
Who's sick?
Okay, so
I-
harebrained
yeah.
theory. You guys were talking about making like a little pit that you guys could put the logs in, right? The log ramp thing that you guys made. Very expertly, might I say, but yeah, that was your plan, right? If we can pour some water into that puddle, I can freeze it and then like freeze the entire thing into place so it may not slip, right? I don't know if that would work, but it seems like a plan.
I think in order for that to work, you would want to have the have the did you already make that little crevice thing?
I do I need to roll for it?
I think, yeah, just roll athletics to sort of dig there, or I guess you could use one of these things. Okay, so it's not going so well. It's kind of lopsided, and it seems to have made the logs a bit less stable, somehow.
I'm helping.
Your face is still just gushing blood at this point. Hey, Scone! How's it going, buddy? It is Thursday. Let's give a shout out to Scone while he's here. You're streaming later, right, Scone? We'll pop over to you in a bit. Okay, so based on what you're looking at, Kelken, you think you could freeze water to the base of this thing, but it would need the water to be... It would need one of the ends of these logs to be submerged enough that they wouldn't just chip out or break out easily.
Right, and the pit's not looking so hot.
The pit's not looking
the
so
pit within
hot
the
yet.
pit.
So you might want to dig out that... There's a couple things that you could do potentially here, which is that you could dig out this pit to just have it do its intended purpose of being a wedge on its own. Or you could do that and then freeze it.
Could you take the water and do what you did like with the eels and kind of like seesaw the dirt so it starts to fall into the pit, making a dirt ramp?
Oh, that's
Or
that could
if you
work.
can shoot the water up like you did, I can cast something that makes like if you can shoot the dinosaur out of the pit, I can make sure it falls safely.
Well, this
Onto
boy's
the
looking
ground.
real heavy. I'm not sure if a water spout would. Do you think? Would I be able to create a water spout strong enough to like make this baby Triceratops move even an inch off the ground?
Roll an intelligence check to say if you would know that.
Well, if Cal couldn't do it, then Oz.
You would think
Odds
that
versus the
just
shark.
based on your knowledge of how heavy this baby looks, it feels like even if you had done exactly what you had done with the eels, you know, to create that water spout, it would
Mhm.
probably just tickle the belly of this baby.
Right.
Like, it probably wouldn't be enough to lift it. You would need, like, a geyser of considerable PSI to blast it out. And
So
that...
you could say
and,
that a baby weighs more than 500 pounds?
no, I think it probably
That
weighs
is a very
half
important
that.
question. Does it
That
weigh
is a
more
very
than
important
500
question,
pounds?
actually.
It does not weigh more than 500 pounds.
I'd hate to make you. I'd hate to ask you to burn like a whole ass spell, Oz, but like things are looking kind of dire over here.
I can make the tiny critter float.
You could definitely make the not so tiny critter float.
I was going to, but everyone was having fun.
I was wondering why you weren't suggesting this like initially. Oh shit. Oh man.
I started to, but everyone kept going. I didn't want to interrupt.
And it's also something that anyone could have suggested because they saw the fish in the last session, right? Yeah. I mean,
That's why I asked how deep the pit was, because 20
Right.
feet is exactly how high I can lift
Right.
it.
And a certain burly long-armed wandering Ronin could easily grab
Can
that
I just
if
like
it was
peek
15.
over the pit again and be like, "Hey, Ronnie, wait, look, we really appreciate your effort up here, but we may have a way simpler solution to this problem."
Jeez.
I'll make it
I
float.
just like still going through the crates, turn around, and the Triceratops is out. I'm like, I guess the ramp worked.
Wait. Oh, that's how. Oh my god. I'm looking up cattle weights.
Wait, cows can lift weights?
Yeah,
What?
exactly. Cows are swole. Han
Oh,
swole.
that's
love
why they
cows.
call them
Cows
paddle
good.
bells.
That's why they have such big muscles. All right, I'll see you guys later.
Oh god. It's like TK is here.
I know. Oh no. Uh, sorry, that was very bad.
Wow.
I'm being utterly ridiculous, and I can't stop.
Now I gotta go.
Could you please? And okay, so this thing, I'm gonna say executive decision. It weighs 250 pounds.
Cool.
It is just a baby.
Oswald looks to the rest of the party for confirmation. I make it float, yes?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sure.
go for it.
Affinity
You guys are
backs
doing great
away.
work down there, though. Just don't worry about it.
Don't worry, guys. I got this ramp. I'm gonna do it. I got plan
Oswald
B.
waddles so that he's within 60 feet of the Triceratops and makes it float up to the top.
Within 60 feet, you should be, yeah. I love that. Okay.
Is the Triceratops willing? Does it need to make a roll against this?
If it's not willing, can I like try and persuade him beforehand if he's not willing?
I don't think it would be naturally willing, but yes, I'm gonna allow Kelken to tell it to be to persuade.
Be cool.
Chill.
Can you,
Be
Kelken?
cool for like 2 seconds.
Can you to the Triceratops and out loud now? Can you persuade it as to what is gonna happen and how it should behave during this?
So look, buddy, I point at the Triceratops. You are gonna fly, and then I flap my arms like they're wings. You're gonna fly upwards. You have to stay calm, okay? We're gonna get you out, and then I just point out of the pit, okay? Thumbs up.
It looks at you with the look that says airport. I'm not going to the airport. And then it make a persuasion check on that. I'm really not sure how that landed, because you gave it a lot of you have advantage as well.
A lot of information.
You gave it a lot of concepts all at once. Okay, so that's another natural 20, and it looks at you and it considers this for a second and says, "Yes, I will fly." It has a very can-do Oswald-like attitude in itself. They're kindred spirits of sorts.
I just give Oz a thumbs up. Like, go for it.
It stands proudly before you as if to show you, Kel, that it is going to do this really well.
Oswald goes and picks up a mango because he will befriend this thing and floats it up towards himself.
Floats the mango or the Triceratops?
The Triceratops.
Okay, great. So the Triceratops, let's see. I don't think I have a baby toucan. Let me see if I can. I'll find a makeshift one right now. I should have one, shouldn't I?
I mean, you thought you would just put a baby Triceratops in our path and we wouldn't
drop everything.
No, I know, but this wasn't
like,
supposed to necessarily be a battle map thing. Okay, so this is it. It's not. It doesn't look like an adult like this, but it looks basically like this. So yeah, it's floating in the air. Are you gonna put it down or just float it around a little bit? By the way, it looks really proud. It looks like it's moving its legs as if it is in control of this, and is holding its head high as if to impress Kelken with its amazing flight abilities that it just learned that it had.
I'm going to use insight to see if Oswald sees that it's enjoying this.
Yeah, you definitely can.
Oh boy.
Oh.
You are positive that it hates this.
Oh.
Oswald does not want to upset his new friend, so he's going to let it down.
It lands softly, and it looks around like, oh no, my new power stopped. It like jerks its head up as if it's trying to do it again, and then looks confused as to why it can't. But then
as soon as it touches down, I'd like to just rush over to it and start like
prodding it.
Head scritches.
Yeah, head scritches. Like, look at you. Your horns are almost coming out. You are incredible to look at. And you're kind of green too. Your name is Baby Bop.
It says I'm CJ and gets really upset. Can you make animal handling for all your proddings?
Got it. Do I have advantage on that, or is it a regular?
This is regular because you're not speaking to it. Okay, I figured as much. I figured as much.
Oh.
As you immediately start prodding it, it looks you up and down and recognize this is clearly a beta, and it immediately charges you.
Oh,
and are you going to try to resist this or make it
I
make
think I'm
Moody
just really
teenager
caught
face.
off guard, so I just don't see it coming. Because I'm like right in his face, so I don't see it coming at all.
Okay, so you're knocked down by this thing for 1 damage, and you're on your back, and it proceeds to march all over you and sit on your head.
You are so heavy. That's incredible. See, I told you guys he wasn't as light as he looks.
It's
Ow.
it's like wagging its tail, but it's also like knocking your glasses and hitting your nose and stuff at the same time.
Good boy. Please get off.
Oswald is convinced it is just playing and feeds it a mango and gives it a pat.
It takes this as a Pavlovian sign that it is doing the right thing, and it continues to wag while sitting atop Kalkan. After a few moments of this, it eventually gets like uh, like a look like it almost like it left the kettle on, like it just remembered something, and it sort of marches over here to the path area and makes a very specific like a very as loud as it can possibly be. And then from the tree line you see what can only be
What?
oops, I think I moved it to the wrong thing. Wait. Yeah, here it is. So, a much bigger Triceratops comes marching towards and looks at it and sees it and rushes towards it and gets between you guys and sort of bumps you guys out of the way and then starts like doing like a motherly inspection of the baby and is like going around, and they start like almost like cats start rubbing up against each other as like a greeting kind of thing and getting their scents on each other. And it inspects it and is shocked to find that it is undamaged, and it starts to romp around and prance and be happy to see what is clearly a relative of it. And then this bad boy gets in front and looks at you with a very, very intimidating look. Like, who are
Can I
you and
like
why are you so close to my baby?
can I like Chris Pratt dealing with the Velociraptor in Jurassic
Whoa.
World style? Just like whoa,
Oh.
like hand out.
At
Yeah, but you're
disadvantage for
scared?
referencing a movie I don't like. No, I'm just kidding. You can speak directly to it. Yes, be sent with your power as well. Yeah, and
We just saved your baby, baby, and I point at the baby. Baby was in pit. Points at pit. Baby, fine. We're friends.
it looks at its baby. It definitely doesn't trust you at first, but it looks at the baby, which also moves over to stand next to you and rubs against you too, trying to knock you over again because it thinks that's how you play. And you're like, ah, and it like, do you let it knock you over, or do you try to resist?
Honestly, I let it knock me over.
It starts stamping all over you again and sits on your head and like, see, this one's harmless. It can't do anything. And and the mother lets out a large almost like it's like that's hilarious. And it sits down next to you guys. And then it is going to can everybody make everyone except Kelken, the rest of you four, can you guys make a quick charisma check for me?
Even people
A
in
nat 20.
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. I assumed you guys had crawled out at that point. Are you guys still down there?
I would like to be out, yes.
Okay.
Okay,
yes,
I probably would still have stayed down there unless it sounded like there was
Okay,
like danger, but no one seemed like there was panic or harm. So I was like still gonna go through the last crate.
Okay, so you're still down there. That makes even more sense, because if Ronnie was there, this probably would be pointless anyway. But it's okay. It looks to this one who is bloody and covered in mud, and it says, this is clearly one who has seen a ferocious battle. And it's sort of like it looks at you, and it looks you dead in the eye. And then it lurches back its neck, and its eyes roll back until you can only see whites in them. And it goes, and it proceeds to vomit all over you. And the vomit is like normal vomit and sticky goo, but in the center of it is what looks to be a strange, like, it looks like a dinosaur horn, but also sort of like a conch shell. Um, and it's laying at your feet, but you're covered in goo, and it gives you like a knowing, respectful look, and then it marches away, sort of leading its child back towards the river. At
Waylon
this,
is just covered in vomit, arms kind of out, just looking at Kel like, what did you say to that fish? What the
Look,
fuck, man? I thought we were friends.
look, you'll be fine. It's not acidic or anything. You're not gonna get hurt. Can I take some of that for study? Actually, I've been really looking for samples
Please
to study
take
along the
all
way.
of it.
I just scoop up a little bit. I have nowhere to put this. I assume so. I'm just holding a
I-
glop of vomit in my hand.
Can we say that I grabbed that empty water skin and I just hand that over?
sure, sure.
Thank you.
Uh,
Thank you.
as you're doing this, this little guy is gonna like do another spin and sort of do a fake charging motion at you like it wants to play. The mother's gonna call again, and uh it's going to lead uh its baby away, and the baby is sort of turning back and giving Kel a friendly look, like it wishes it could stay, but you know, its parent is telling it. And so off they go, onward into the jungle and out of our hearts, but never forgotten.
Wow.
A
I
single
thought
tear
that was
rolls
going to
down
be
my
our
cheek.
new best friend from the
I
pit.
thought-
Hey, is baby Bop gonna come with us or what?
You're still down there, you can't see shit. What's happening?
I think I just got paid.
Hey, did I mention you guys? I always wanted to see a Triceratops like my whole life, like a big one, not a little one though. Anyway, if that happens, you guys would let me know, right? Because it'd be a really big deal for me personally. So, so Way, this like weird conch shell is at your feet. Are you going to do anything with it?
Yeah, I pick it up and look at it.
At this point, Fabian is going to pop out of your brain and appear before you, wearing like prestidigitated magical like fake. For all intents and purposes, Fabian has the same abilities as the genie in Aladdin and can just make himself wearing different outfits and
Is he in a
stuff.
hazmat suit?
He's no, he's dressed like a scholar, and he's got like little opera glasses that he's going to use to inspect it. And he says, "I say," putting on a bit of like a like British explorer voice. He's like, "I say, this thing seems to not only be just some yucky refuse from that creature's gullet, but it seems to also have some sort of magical properties. I'd say there's more to these beasts than meets the eye. But if you are going to use it, I would say use it sparingly. We won't want to tire the poor creatures out, now do we?" And he gives you a knowing wink.
Oh. Yeah, when Fabian pops out, Way does still kind of like flinch just a little bit, because still weird.
Yeah, it's still...
But yeah,
Yeah.
just... Oh. Kelkin, you didn't tell me this Triceratopses are magic.
And
And I
that's
put it in my bag.
that's really weird. I've never seen anything like that before. But then again, you know, I haven't seen a Triceratops ever before either. So, hey, you know, you live and you learn.
Wait,
What-
they're
what do you
magic?
mean
That was a
magic?
magic creature?
It
Is
just
the
gave-
vomit magical somehow? What are you
Oh, no,
talking
the
about?
It doesn't
the
smell
vomit is
magical.
horrible. It is not magical. I think it's eroding my armor and maybe my clothes. No. It's this kind of gestures to the shell as I'm shoving into my bag. No, I think this is gonna be cool. And
Um,
I'll wipe my face of blood and mud and heal myself for 2 points.
as you guys are standing around there, you hear another sound. And this sounds like voices, not particularly friendly ones at that. And it sounds like many many footsteps as well.
Ugh.
As you are, I've just rolled something. Be afraid. Be very afraid.
Is that good? Is that bad? Who knows?
Oh yeah, we don't know. We don't know.
Can I have gotten the third box open at this point so I can leave the pit?
Yes, I assume you've been opening the boxes anyway, but before you've been able to fully take inventory of this stuff, you're just going through it as you've been. But as you there isn't enough time that you've been able to get everything out of it, but you've been able to open that box and see that there is inside the first aid one. That's the only one you hadn't opened yet, right? There are 3 healing potions in there, so you do have enough time to pocket those. But you probably don't have enough time to grab all of the many different armaments that are in there. I guess you could. How much can you carry? Probably a lot. Let's say
So much. I can carry so much.
Okay, let's say yeah, you have collected all that stuff. Seeing as the others have sort of just neglected you. So you've collected the 10 rations, 10 water skins, rapier crossbow, 10 bolts, longbow, 10 bolts, or 10 arrows, short sword, dagger, mace, and 3 healing potions. So those are all on your person now. So you can be climbing out now as I need the party to... Please.
Hey, everyone, I found a bunch of stuff. Oh, well.
You would not believe what you just missed, Matt.
It wasn't my dream
insane.
of being a full-size Triceratops, was it?
No, we only got vomited on, and by we I mean me.
From the east side of the map down the path, careening around as if they've done this a million times, comes a group of goblins.
I yell, "Hail and well met!" in Goblin.
In Goblin?
Oh my God.
Are you still in the pit? No,
I guess I'm coming up the ramp with my arms full of all of this stuff.
Can you make an athletics check to get up your ramp? Let's see how good this ramp is, by the way. Perfect.
Yes,
you have made it so perfect. In the time that they were all having some magic Triceratops adventure, you have made an incredible little wedge for it down there. You've basically refurbished this pit. This pit could be an Airbnb from now on. It is so nice after what you've done to it. And so you've managed to crawl out. You're carrying stuff. You see these guys through the bushes and say, "Hail and well met." And they all look at you like, blah, 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 and they start goblining to each other.
I do speak Goblin.
They are specifically, you notice from what you can hear of them that they have an extremely strange accent, almost like even goblins in normal sort of speak in a very slangy way in their own tongue. These guys, you can understand what they're saying, which seems to be very aggressive and confused, but you also notice that these guys clearly don't talk to goblins on the mainlands very much. And so, at this point, they are going to be sort of shocked by the fact that you can speak and look amongst each other. You can move your... here, I'll move you up to the top. You can move where you guys want to be for right here. But at this point, they're going to look at each other and sort of shake it off, like... and you hear them say, "Outsiders, you know what to do." And with that, I'm going to need you guys to roll initiative.
There's probably no need for that.
Ronnie, what did you say? They don't look like they liked whatever you said.
Is this some kind of welcoming committee?
Wait, Waylon, did you roll twice?
I forgot to click on my token.
Who has the higher dex between you guys? What's Oswald? What's your dex?
Oswald has a dex of 1.
I have a dex of 2.
Okay, so give you a 9.1 and move you. Oh wait, is everyone else on the turn order? 1, 2, 3, 4. No, someone's not. Affinity.
Me.
Ink, are you there?
Yes, can you hear me?
Yes. Where's your initiative?
I think it's in the chat. It says it is, anyway.
Oh, did you click on your token? It won't count it if you don't click on your token.
I think you
first.
still have 2
That's why I had to-
GM.
Oh, you might
No
have
way.
GM chat. Oh, no,
I-
I can see
No, I
your
can see it.
rolls.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't have it on.
I can't see it.
Maybe, was it the clicking
It's
on the
right
token
above
thing?
Shore's rules.
Oh, I
You
do
got
see
this.
it.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, yeah, got it. The gray non-pink thing confused me. Okay. So it's just not on the turn order. Okay, let's do this. I'm gonna add turn, and it is 6.15, right? What? Why you do this? Okay. And it is descending. Okay. So the goblins have rolled highest on their initiative, and so they will come out with guns blazing, so to speak. Although that technology might be a little bit advanced for these guys. Let's see how we're doing on the stream. So yeah, you guys can see. Great. Okay. So these bad boys are going to where you guys are standing right now is sort of like obscured in the bushes. You guys are visible, but I would say that you guys have half cover right now. Where's my cover thing? Boom, 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 boom. I love you, Red Dead, or not Red Dead, Cyberpunk. I won't let anyone hurt you. Okay, I'm gonna copy this now just so I have it. Cover. Oh, baby. Why you gotta be like that? Okay, so you guys have half cover, which is gonna give you plus 2 bonus to AC and dexterity throws, just FYI, from where you guys are standing in this current bush. So they are going to move forward a bit and try to attack you guys. And they move at 30. So they can't quite get there, so they're going to just run up towards the path. Okay. It's going to go here. It's going to go here. This one's going to lag behind. And they're all going to try to make short bow attacks. And short bow has 8320, so they should be good on that. So they're going to make 2 on Kel, 2 on Oz, and 1 on Ronnie. Short bow attacks. And remember, you guys have plus 2 to your AC right now, so we're just going to roll all of these. 1, 2, 3, 4. Did the 4th go through? Yeah, it did. 5. Okay, wow, one of those crits?
Yeah, that's
Okay.
on me, I think.
Yes, that one
I'm
did
gonna-
hit.
Run in front of Oz and do my thing.
Okay. So, yeah, it looks like both of those would hit Oz, even with the plus 2 from the things. So you're going to run up and do your unique ability, right? Or is it your class one, or is it your unique?
No, this is the Valorous Shield is the one that lets me move.
Right, exactly. So you're going to run up, and can you explain to everybody how that works, in case they're unfamiliar with your ability that we've invented for this?
That is made up.
Yeah, exactly.
When an allied or neutral creature is about to take a hit, meaning the attack has been rolled and will hit, You may expend a use of Valorous Shield as a reaction. If they are a party member or capable of defending themselves, I can move movement. If they're defenseless NPC, I can move double my movement. And then if I use this, I can take the hit for them. And if the attack roll is lower than my AC, I have resistance. Otherwise, I take the full damage, and the shielded creature takes none.
Right. So for
No,
one
I'm
of these, you can
here.
do that as your reaction. So it's, I'm assuming it's the first one, because I haven't rolled damage on this yet. But wait, what is your... Either one would be half damage, right? Because your AC is 20 right now, right? So
My AC is not... is 20? It's
because
18.
Right, but because you have
but
plus
the
2
cover,
cover,
yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's go through these damages as they come. So this first one is going to hit Kelkan for 8 piercing damage. The second attack will be for Ronnie blocking for Oz, and that will be 1 damage to Ronnie. And then 6 damage to Oz on that next one, and this other one would be to Ronnie as well, right? And that 22 will hit, and so that will be an extra 4 damage. So you take a total of 5, and Oz, you take 6 total, and Kelkan takes 8 total. And that will end the goblin's turn. It is now Ronnie's turn to act.
I sort of just like yell in like what probably to them sounds like super archaic. Like this is not necessary. Do you happen to know the whereabouts of a young man named Tavian?
They are shocked when they hear that, and one of them turns to the others. The one who seems like the leader, this guy in front. He's not really any stronger or anything like that, but he just seems to be like the bully of the group. He looks at them and says, "They take little cat. They take little cat. Get him!"
Good news, everyone. It sounds like Tavian is still alive. I guess I'll just run up at him and take a swing with my brand new mace, which I didn't add to my character sheet. Sorry.
Oh, you want me to drag that onto your sheet?
If you have it easily doable, then
Yeah,
that'd be
I can
rad.
do that. Let me pull your sheet up here. And let me pull up mace. It's just a regular mace, so it shouldn't be that crazy. Did you add it to your inventory yet?
No, I
no,
just
you
have it in my...
Okay, gotcha. We can do that afterwards. Remember, we'll take the time to do that, and I can repeat that stuff should you need it. But we'll add the mace right here. So now you have the mace as an attack, and it's on your sheet as well. Amazing.
Wow.
Does a 13 hit?
A 13 does not hit. The 13 misses. You swing at the leader of these goblins, or this group. He's like sort of like the scout captain of these goblins. And he dodges out of the way and then goes, "You no good. You no good." He's like taunting you in front of the others to look cooler. The goblins calling it a cat implies there are also cats on this island. Oh, my God. Ink's going cray. Okay.
That's a very logical conclusion, actually.
Yeah, you're being logical this time. You made the logical assumption that there was a bigger Triceratops, and that turned out to be true. I was very impressed by that.
I'm gonna take another quick attack as a bonus action using one of my War Priest charges.
Okay.
Because
boom, shakalaka!
I didn't like it.
Wow.
Roll for damage on that big baddie, boom baddie. That was awesome. Okay, as he's like, they know good, they know. His skull is caved in by the mace as it just bashes him. His head looks like an anvil fell on it in a cartoon. He is just like smushed now. His head, he no longer has a neck, and he just falls to the ground, dead. He is donezo. Insta KO. Does that end your turn?
Say to the others, I regret this has come. It has come to this.
I assume the others are like, "Holy shit! Oh, and Ree, I just want to remind you, you do have your birthday roll, so don't forget about that during the session.
What does that mean?
It means instead of rolling in a time when you would roll a normal d20 for any check, you can roll a birthday roll instead, which is likely to have even better than a regular d20 type possibilities. So it's good stuff.
Okay, so I would use it on a situation where I really want my roll to be good.
Correct. Yes.
Okay.
Okay, so we're going to tick down one of your Valorous shields as well, right?
Yep.
Okay.
I did those, I believe.
Valorous shield, it looks like it's still... Okay, there you go. And War Priest is your other one. Okay, great.
Yep.
I'm just looking at your sheet right now because I wanted to make sure I understood War Priest. And that's the end of your turn, yeah?
Yep.
Okay, great. So now it is Kelken's turn.
Okay, I'm trying to figure out what 20 feet is. Okay.
Pop up to your mic a little bit so I can hear you a little bit better.
Oh, right. I'm sorry. I'm trying to figure out what 20 feet is. I'd like to cast Spike Growth, but like in a way that, the radius doesn't cover...
Can you toss Spike
Ronnie
Growth in the
something.
chat real quick so I can double
Yep.
check to see if I can
Got
help you
it.
out make this happen?
Uh,
Click the chat bubble. There you go.
yeah, there we go.
Okay. Grounded 20-foot radius centered on a point within range. Oh, but the range is 120 feet, so you could easily do like... Okay, 20 foot. So you could do... Let's see how to do this. Let's do polygon. So you could do like 5, 10, 15, 20, 5, 10, 15... is it this or is it it's 5, 10, 15, 20, and then that sort of? I feel like I did that wrong, but that's close enough. And that would hit
Okay.
each of them.
Yeah, that would be nice. If we could move that a bit down, I think, if possible.
Like here-ish?
Would Ronnie be in that? I assume they
Yeah, they would.
right?
Where do you want it? Like here?
Oh, that would be perfect, actually, yeah.
Okay, great. Let's say that's right, because I think I drew that
Yeah.
wrong, but 5, 10, 15, 20, that's about right. 5, 10, 15, 20. Oh, it should be here. That's where I did it wrong. It should be more like... Let me change the color so it's... Yeah, it should be more like that. But, yeah, that's the way it should work. I don't think that's going to matter that much. But, yeah, so you're going to cast Spike Growth right there. So, the area becomes difficult terrain, which means it halves movement for anything walking within that. And it's a concentration spell that can last up to 10 minutes. So if you take a hit, you have to roll concentration, and you have to get above a d10. Is it a d10 or above?
It depends on the amount of damage taken. It's either you have to be 10 if half the amount of damage is less than 10, or if you take like 30 damage, you have to beat a 15.
Right. Got it. Okay. Right. It's half if it's less than 10, and if it's more than 10...
No, it's half the damage or 10, whichever is higher. I think.
Why are you... I hate when it does that. If you take damage when concentrating, you must roll a con save throw, DC 10, or half the damage taken, whichever is higher. Okay, great. Just gonna add that here. It's my cheat sheet. All right, is there anything else we have to do for that spike growth?
No, I think that's it. Not right now. When it's their turn, they'll probably have to make a wisdom check to see. But they're already in it, so I don't know if that would really be relevant.
No, they can already see the area, so they know the spell has been cast there. So that's your action, right?
Yeah, and then I'll use my bonus action to turn into a direwolf and then run away.
Okay, gotcha. a proud wolven motion. Okay, I'm gonna put you here outside into the pit. So you're gonna go here, and then you can move. Do you have movement on that token?
Yeah, I think that's 50. Yeah, blue is my movement, so it's 50. So I will
Oh,
just.
I'm sorry. I mean, do you have control of that token so that you can
Oh, yeah, yeah,
easily
yeah.
move?
I do. I can move it. I'll just kind of. Is the other jungle on our left like super dense so I can't get hit?
It is about the same amount of coverage, but it is so dense that it would be difficult terrain.
Okay, so I'll just run into the jungle over here
Okay,
and
gotcha.
then end my turn.
Okay. All right, Waylon, it is your turn.
So did Ree just kill the bully leader guy?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Um, can I get like a insight, like a vibe check on these goblins?
They seem, yeah, I will say for free, they are still ready to attack. They are not scared.
Okay.
They seem more vicious than anything. They just saw the guy who just gave them their last orders get smashed. And it seems like they are particularly vicious goblins.
I would like to command this guy.
Ooh.
Which guy?
This guy.
Okay. You speak a one-word
The
command.
one
Okay.
closest to. Yeah.
What do you want the command to be?
Grovel.
Love it.
Okay. So, oh, succeed on a wisdom save. What is your spell save?
It is my spell save is 13.
Spell save is 13. Okay, let me grab the sheets. 17. He refuses to grovel.
Oh.
He's the wisest goblin. I don't know why my enemies get so lucky on these attack rolls, but they tend to. So he's like, nah, never! Only Ronnie can, or whoever speaks goblin can understand him saying never and resisting it. Is that your turn? Or do you want to move at all? Or use bonus actions or whatever?
No, I think I'll move here.
Okay, you still have cover there.
Yeah. I don't want to get too close.
Okay, gotcha. All right. So it is Oz's turn now.
All right. Well, when the goblins first approached, Oswald raised his hand and said, "Hi, in Goblin." Then he got hit with an arrow, and that smile just like fell off of his face. He sniffs a little bit, and then he moves one over to the side so that he's within 30 feet of all the goblins.
Okay. You still
Growls a
got a
little
little
bit.
cover there.
He growls a little bit and is going to use his Dragon Roar ability.
Yay!
They all need to make wisdom
What?
saving throws.
Are you gonna do the thing? Yay!
Holy shit.
Yay! All right, that was a long time coming. We just got that set up too. Okay. So yeah, so as a Kenku and as a big dragon fan, Oz can mimic a dragon's roar. And these creatures are all within 30 feet of you. Is that the count that you just did? The remaining ones? So
I moved over so the goblins are all within 30 feet.
wonderful. And what is your spell DC?
13, I believe.
Okay, great. And then I will make wisdom saves for them again. Let's see how wise they are now, this time. The one seemed wise, but we don't know. Okay, so... Okay, I'm going to do top left to bottom right on this. So that first one who was like, I'll never grovel, is suddenly terrified right now of Oz. That one next to him is scared. That one under him is scared. And the final one is scared. They are all terrified. They're all terrified right now. And what's the scaredy? Is there a chicken? I feel like that there should be a chicken. This one seems...
There might be a wop wop.
No, I didn't mean of sounds. I meant of icons for them. Yeah, I think there's a slide whistle too.
Is there a trombone? Yeah.
Yeah, I think there is. At least on the normal ones. Let's see. There it is, yeah.
Found it.
Fear the little owl. So they're now scared of Oz, so they can't move towards Oz or target Oz with attacks. And they all have disadvantage on attack rolls when they can see Oz.
Love that.
Wait, so they can attack, but they have disadvantage, or they can't attack?
They cannot attack Oz, but if Oz is in view, they have disadvantage attacking anything else.
I don't know why it says. I'm right though, right? That.
Yeah.
Oh, they can attack.
Yeah, they can attack. It's just that
I mean,
Oz is so scary they don't want to target him.
No, it sounds like they can't. They can attack Oz even. They just have
Oh.
disadvantage. That's the part that I think I made up. It says here, D&D Beyond, a frightened creature has disadvantage on ability checks and attack rolls on while the source of its fear is within line of sight. They can't move closer to Oz, but I'm saying, like, if they wanted to shoot arrows, they could, but they would always be at disadvantage. But they'd be disadvantaged with anyone so long as they can see Oz. Okay. So that brings your turn to a close, right? Or do you want to... Or you moved a little, but you can still move more.
Oswald, who got quite a bit hurt from that arrow, is going to retreat a little bit.
Gotcha.
Come join the wolf in the woods.
Ooh, I like that. It sounds like it could be a Dragon Age thing.
Alright, that's the last of his movement.
Okay. Alright, great. Finn, it is your turn.
Okay. She's going to pop up. This is fine. And going to cast Vicious Mockery on this lad.
Okay, great.
Closest one to her. And I think that is a Wisdom saving throw.
Okay.
Yeah, DC 14.
Okay, he fails.
Hey, so he's gonna take 1d4
Okay.
of psychic damage.
Okay, you can roll that damage.
Hold on. How do I roll a spell from the sheet? I don't know why I don't know how to do that.
To
You
roll a
click
spell from the sheet, you click the it's in the center on your core page. You can just click the words underneath the hit points boxes, underneath hit dice. You can click 1d4 damage where it says 1d4 psychic in that middle section.
In the middle section.
Are you on the core page with your hit points? Okay, so see where it says Vicious Mockery DC 14?
No.
Go to the middle. Go to the middle column.
Okay. Oh,
So
now I do see.
So click on the number 1d4 psychic.
Gotcha. There we go. 3.
All right, great. So
Thank you.
this one takes 3 damage. So he's still standing. He looks like that was actually a sizable chunk of his health. These guys are not. They're vicious, but they are not very hearty creatures. A baby Triceratops could probably knock a few of them down. So that is that. Do you have anything else you would like to do?
And then she's just gonna kinda, because I don't think I used all my movement. Yeah, just skip back. Just right there. That's it.
Okay, this one okay, so it is all right, it's the goblin's turns. This one's very afraid, and so he's just going to bolt and leave the area.
Are we gonna make him roll damage? Because we're Dex.
Yeah, does he make it out of that?
Oh, you're right. No, you're right. He probably doesn't, right? Wait, so he was here. 5, 10. Yeah. That's about 10 feet. Yeah, it should be 10 feet. I just drew it shitty. Okay, so he takes 10 feet.
44.
Yeah, 44.
44.
Do you want to roll it or should I? I can roll it if you want me to.
I can roll it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
9.
9. Okay, so he's deceased. He reaches here, and he immediately goes to 0 HP as the grasping vines and spikiness just wreck his shit completely, and he is donezo. The others are like, oh shit, we can't move, but we can't get closer. Fire! And so they're going to try to fire on you guys. Each one is going to try to take a hit on Ronnie, Waylon, and Finn in that order. So one shot each. They each have they have disadvantage right now, and they're going to make short bow attacks. 1, 2, 3. Okay, and you guys all have +2 AC right now. So that first one will miss. That second one will miss. And that third one will miss. So all 3 of them miss. And they can't really do anything else for fear of dying immediately, and so that's the end of their turn. Ronnie, it is your turn. Hey, Emugs. Hey, what's up? Is that Emily? Hey!
I'm gonna stroll around the edge of this one here so that I avoid the spike growth.
Sure.
I'm sorry, I'm looking for. Now, also in like weirdly like stilted, I learned Goblin years ago and I don't know any slang. Tavian's father, you have him as well?
Okay, so you're speaking to this guy here.
Yeah.
He says, I tell you nothing. We kill him, we kill you.
Right, gonna do my other thing again.
Okay, mace hit will miss.
Damn.
Did you have advantage on that hit?
No, I just used my other War Priest thing.
Oh, gotcha. Okay, both those will miss. Is that the end of your turn?
Sorry, everyone, they're not being very cooperative.
Do you have anything else you want to do?
Nah.
Okay. Kelken, your turn. Dog boy.
Dog boy who's hiding in the woods right now. I don't know if it's a smart idea to come out, but
You're such a coward. You're supposed to be tanking, you idiot. What are you doing?
Okay,
That's above table Me Too Oddish.
You were supposed to put it in the fucking 2 Oddish whisper. Okay, whatever. I'll move all the way up to here.
Okay.
Actually, if I move one more to the right, will that be within my spike growth?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Well,
So you were
shit.
here, and you went 40, and you have 50 movement?
Yeah, I have 50 movement, so I can
Okay,
still
that's
move
perfect.
10.
No, because you were coming out of difficult terrain there.
Oh,
so
right,
you're
right,
at the
right,
end of
right,
your
right,
movement
yeah.
right now.
I don't think I can fucking do anything, can I?
No.
I can't reach the dude to my right. Yeah, whatever. That's fine.
Okay.
Take some hits.
I mean, I had movement left if Matt allows it. Like, I could say, like, I moved, like, 1 over or something.
No,
If you
that's
want.
not going to matter because he was in difficult terrain.
Oh, that's right, he ran.
Yeah.
And so that's not the thing. He's just, I guess you could dash, but then you wouldn't have an action, so it doesn't really
I
make
wouldn't
any
have. I
difference.
mean, I don't. Yeah, it doesn't make a difference. I'll just end my turn there.
Yeah, I mean, you could dash if you wanted to move someplace else, but, you know.
Dash out and move out and then just dash back in.
Well, I mean, like,
Thanks.
for example, this is just me talking out of school a little bit, but if you wanted to, you know, somehow circumvent them from getting away, although they are kind of trapped right here, so it doesn't really matter that much. You have successfully put them into, like, a hell prison right now. So, yeah, alright, so let's just say you're stuck there for now. Alright, Waylon, what is up? Ruthie?
Right, sorry, muted myself.
Yeah, I figured.
Trying to decide. I don't have any long range attacks anymore, other than just command.
You can throw some mangoes at them.
Is there
Improvise.
like a rock I can throw?
Oh yeah, this place is just rock heaven right here. Or coconuts. There's plenty of coconuts.
If you want, here, I have an extra crossbow.
Yeah, I'll grab that for you after this. Shouldn't take too long, right?
Just casually throw a loaded crossbow. It's like that office where they're throwing the scissors. Got it.
The
And catches
safety is
it.
on.
Lizard folk care not for safeties.
How would I throw, or Shore, would you let me have the crossbow, or do you want me to just throw the rock?
Throw the rock. I don't think you can get it right now since you haven't made that trade yet.
That's
So
yeah.
so what I would say is just roll a. Let's see. What's a. We can use a similar weapon, right?
Sling. We could just say sling.
Yeah, right. So what is a sling? Is there a bonus to attack on a sling?
It's a ranged weapon, so it would be dex.
Yeah,
I
I'd
think.
say just roll dex. Roll standard dex.
Ooh, I like that.
Oh, hell yeah. Okay, so that's gonna hit. Which one are you aiming at anyway?
I'm bonking the grumpy one.
Okay, so great.
That's
So,
this guy.
roll damage 1d4.
That's the measure button.
Nice! A perfect 4. The coconut splits open, covering him in milk. He screams, at first thinking it's his blood, and then he licks his lips, and he's like, pretty good.
You need alcohol for that.
Good, good. No. Me build amusement park later. It's my only goblin voice. Sorry. Okay. Would you like to move at all?
I'll move here intimidatingly, and I'm gonna do
One sec.
since
I gotta put on a hat to appease chat.
fickle chat. Can I do? Let's do Shield of Faith on Ronnie. Actually, no. Let's do Finn. Finn's kind of squishy.
Finn's kind of squishy.
A wee bit.
Okay. So, what is it with my camera? Shield of Faith, gives them +2.
+2. And it looks like Waylon just turning around doing like finger guns.
Actually, I shouldn't have yelled at Cal for hiding, because that actually keeps the concentration up, which keeps them things. So actually, it was inadvertently brilliant. He's actually a really smart guy.
Yeah, but I let myself get too easily goaded.
Right? Yeah. If you would like to retcon that, because I totally will allow you to retcon that move if you would like.
I reckon I'll have to lower it reasonably soon anyway to get at the people in the middle, so it should be okay for now.
Or just, use your wolf mouth to spit coconuts. This could be like Donkey Kong Country all of a sudden.
I'm excited for the psychological thriller where we all leave and just leave those guys stuck in there and they have to figure out how to get out without dying.
Alexa, set a timer for 10 minutes.
We just leave and walk away.
Yeah, really. I mean, I guess you could. I mean, but they could stand still for 10 minutes and then you're in trouble again. Coco Cannon, Coco Chanel Divinity. Okay, so I just want to make it clear, as you start to get past, like, let me draw it for you. As you start to get past, like, oh, it's not in freehand. As you get past, like, this square in the brush, it's starting to become, difficult terrain. So just know that for your movement. As you get into, like, the thicker bushes, the further you get into jungle. Okay, so weigh Shield of Faith on
Yeah,
Finn.
I can't do anything else. Yeah.
Okay, so let's make a... Do we have a shield thing? I think there is one. Yeah. Okay, Shield of Faith. And that's con, so if you take a hit, we gotta figure that out. Okay, Oz, it is your turn.
What is concentration?
Speaking of coconuts, would there happen to be one under 5 pounds right about there?
Around here,
Yeah,
this is a coconut tree right here. There's a coconut thing right in this square here.
perfect. Oswald will launch a catapult or launch a coconut using catapult at
Wonderful.
the goblin there.
Okay,
So
great.
Oswald kind of, rubs where he got hit by the crossbow, sniffs a little bit, and catapults a coconut at them.
Okay, great. Can you put catapult in chat real quick? I've actually been excited about this one. 16 bludgeoning? Holy crap. So that is some force on that nut. Okay, so he needs to make a dex of DC 13. Damn, I didn't realize catapult did such crazy damage. Wait,
It's 3d8.
that is cray-cray.
I do have a question. If it's traveling in a straight line and the first guy dodges it, would it make sense that it would continue to the second person in the line?
Yes. That makes total sense.
Perfect.
So if it hits the first one, it will stop there, but if it doesn't, it will strike the second one. I mean, that just makes logical sense.
It moves in a straight line.
I would say, because they're short, right? And the coconut is literally in a tree that you're plucking out. So it's sort of like you're moving it at a downward diagonal angle towards the first one, so it would hit the second one. If it would hit the first one in the head, it would hit the one behind him in the tummy, and then probably hit anyone behind that guy in the feet, and then it would probably stop at that point, if that makes sense. So in this case, it would definitely work. But just like logically for this situation, that's sort of how we're doing. I've actually been very excited to see you use catapult, because I was trying to figure out above game. Well, don't worry, this will be months and months before you guys get there. But there was a puzzle where I think you'll be able to use catapult to great advantage. But
I like this spell because it gives you extra distance because the object flies past the spell radius.
Okay, so I need to do a dex, or just an instant. He is just immolated. This is the real thing. If he rolls low enough, like if he rolls really low on this, then it is going to go through him. It's going to physically knock his head off and hit the guy behind him. That's what my ruling is. Okay, 8. So he fails it, so he is dead. So it just cracks him on the jaw. It goes with such force that it just snaps his neck, and he just falls over limp. And the coconut falls at the other guy's feet. And the other guy's like, "What the hell was it that coconut?"
An actual reason to fear the owl.
Yeah, exactly. There's no you should always fear the wizards, owl or not. Okay. Would you like to move at all?
No, Oswald's good.
Okay, great. Oswald's great. Okay, Finn, your turn.
Okay, so despite the fact that she has the shield on her, Affinity is gonna move over to Oz and cast a Cure Wounds. Because she's gonna lean in and give him a little hug and just be like, "Yeah, that was a really big moment, buddy. You did so good."
Kelken's getting angry as a wolf. Like, I put down the spike growth. I did a good thing too. What the heck? He can't talk though because he's a wolf. Okay, that'll bring Oz back up to full.
Big wolf judgments.
That's the worst part about being wizard, especially at low rank. It's just like you're still super great, but like
meat grinder.
It's just so like you're so flimsy.
And I think also as a bonus action, she's going to cast some bardic inspiration on Ronnie.
Wonderful. Okay, Ronnie,
Yes.
you will get what is that? 1d6 or 1d8?
Love that. I think D6 still.
Yeah, D6.
Okay, and you can add that to any of your hits. I want to say. Or is that how
I think
it works?
it's like anything, right? It's attacks or saving throws.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's anything.
Yeah. Well, it's not like damage, but yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it's
Any
not damage. It's any ability check or to hit. thing, right?
Mhm.
Remind me, it was like poke around the sheets. Yeah, ability check, attack, roll, or saving throw. The creature can wait until after it rolls the d20 before deciding to use the bardic die, but must decide before the DM says whether the roll succeeds or fails. Okay, whatever. It doesn't really matter. All right, that's the end of your turn, yeah?
Yep.
Okay, so Gobbo time. All right, this Gobbo is going to try to scimitar Ronnie. Let's see. For 13, and
Nope.
that is a big whiff. Okay, this next Gobbo is going to try to short bow the dire wolf. That is a whiff, right? Or wait, how
That
much?
is a whiff, yeah.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
14 AC, yeah.
And they still have disadvantage anyway. And okay, and that's it. Those are the only ones remaining. It was not intended to be a hard fight, and it is proving to not be one.
Get 'em, boys.
Get them, boys. Okay.
Let's go, girls.
Let's go, girls.
Girls
Girls,
get
get
it
it
done.
done. Yes, yes.
We need like sound bites for this.
I know, we really do. Hey, girls really do get it done. That Stormfront fight at the end. Yeah,
Yeah.
I love it. That's such a great setup. Okay, so Gabbo's turn is done. Ronnie, it is your turn.
Okay. Just gonna try to mace this guy.
Mace
Doesn't
to the
allow-
face. It misses. Miss to the fist.
Wait. You could use
Oh,
your bardic.
I will. I shall do that.
I think you should.
A D6.
It makes it hit.
That hits very hard.
Oh, yeah.
Yo.
Thank you. Thank you.
That's
Just yelling across the
that was a great use of Bardic. Okay, so that
You also
Bardic
have,
die
by
is
the way,
gone.
a sparkly star on your forehead. 'Cause
Ding.
that's what Bardic Inspiration looks like.
Oh, that's right, yeah. She uses her sparkler power to draw a little semi-burning star on your head. Ow, ow, ow. Okay, for 6 bludgeoning, and that mace hit. It didn't look like it was gonna hit, but man, did it hit. It hit big time, and this goblin gets its teeth knocked out and falls to the ground.
Right. I'm gonna action surge and go to here and hit this guy,
Okay,
or
great.
try to hit this guy.
What are you using to get there?
What do you mean?
Oh, you can reach!
Yeah, baby.
Bugbear reach. Allow me to just be Mr. Fantastic for a second. Or I guess Incredimom is a better reference. What's her name?
Incredimom. Elastigirl.
Right, but what's her Helen Parr. That's it. I knew it was something like a not fun name. Elastigirl, yeah. Thick mommy, I think is what the internet calls.
So
True.
I have to ask, because I didn't realize this before. Do I need to wait for my turn to end concentration?
No.
No, we learned
Well,
that we learned that between sessions last time. Someone told me that. Yeah, so really that whole thing from last time where we're like, the fish, we need to keep the fish floating. You know, it was all making drama where there didn't need to be.
Oh fuck! I am.
It was
But it
making
was-
delightful radio drama.
Yeah, it really was fun though. Okay, so this guy is dead, and that will take you guys out of combat. These guys do not. Oh, Alexa, stop. These guys do not have much on them.
Is the guy above the one that Oz killed with the coconut dead too?
Yeah, that's the one that. That's the one that was just hit by the mace.
Oh right, okay.
Oh
Yeah, yeah.
shit. Okay.
So he's dead. So you guys only find 1 gold piece a piece on these scrubs because they are not. They are not.
One for each of them, or one for each of us.
One for each of both. Yeah, exactly.
Oh, there was 5. I didn't even remember.
Yeah, there's 5 of them, and so are you gonna drop this con on this thing now?
Yeah,
Since you're out of
yeah.
combat?
I
Okay,
should have done that a while ago, but yeah.
Well, it kept them in place, right?
Look at the one guy who tried to run.
Right, exactly. So, all right, I'm gonna switch the music back to jungle rhythms. It always goes to the sad Skyrim song. Oh yeah, this is victorious. I like this. Chrono Trigger. Okay, so let's go
Yeah.
back. Right now we've gone in about 2 hours exactly from this. So let's take a 5-minute break right now. We'll come back at let's say yeah, just 5 minutes from now, which is 10:27 East Coast time. So the 27 of whatever hour it is in your time zone. We're gonna take 5 minutes, go to the bathroom, get yourself a snack. Hey Pug, we haven't met your character yet. But we will be right back for now. I'm gonna put you guys on mute. When we come back, remind me out loud to unmute you guys so we can actually hear you. It is only you have this power. I ask so little of you. Oh God, why? Okay. Wait. Let's see. I'm gonna put you guys on mutes, and we are gonna go. We will be right back.
So you didn't need us.
I almost did. It
You're
was only
more
because I
powerful
looked
than us.
directly at it. Okay, we're back. We're back. Let me put on the music. And okay, it's still an emote only mode right now. Hype, hype, hype. So you guys have successfully beaten up these goblins. And in this fight, just to recap, you learned that Tavian, who is the kidnapped kid that you learned about in the letter that you got on the beach, it's that kid seems to still be alive, according to the goblins. And
My dad is probably dead.
yeah, if the goblins are to be trusted, that and it seems like Ronnie managed to sneak out some information from them. The dad is likely deceased. But yeah, you are another thing I want to add, Ronnie. One of the goblins did have a woodcutter's axe on his back, so if you want a woodcutter's axe, you are able to procure one from the goblins.
Yeah, of course I do.
There we go. Good.
Can I have the crossbow now, please?
Yep.
Thank you.
I had come up with all this stuff, so also we still have a rapier, the crossbow, the longbow, a dagger, a short sword. If anyone wants them, otherwise I'll just hold them forever.
Hang on to them. I don't really need them much.
Is that Scone Bones cat?
Yes. So cute. But Affinity will take another dagger.
Hell yeah. Yeah,
Hey.
divvy up
2
that
minutes
stuff.
on the emotes only, right? I can turn that off.
Yes, it has. So I remember to speak into the mic so we can hear you clearly.
Yeah, my bad. Sorry.
So do you have a list? Do you want me to put down what everything was in there, by the way, again? So you have
Grabbed it. We also have 10 rations, 10 water skins, and 3 healing potions.
Yes.
Yeah, I would like a water skin, please.
Go.
Okay. I forget if I said it before, but you guys know how to use the safety deck, right? In case we ever need it. This deck that's on screen.
I have no idea what that is.
Okay, so the way this works is, if you hover over the deck of cards in the bottom right of the Roll20 next to the chat, you can select choose, and then it'll pop up a window that says keep going, stop, or slow down. So in any case, if there's a point where you're like, oh, this content is a little triggering for me, I don't want to hear any more of it, you grab that stop card and you just drag it onto the deck, or drag it onto the map, and it'll appear, and it'll be an anonymous way to let us know that someone would like us to stop doing that, or they need to step away, and we'll just move on. If something is like, this is a little bit gross, like for me it's cannibalism, I don't really like cannibalism, I would put a slow down card on that. I'd be like, I don't need descriptions of cannibalism, even if it is, what is that guy, Barreless Scrum or whatever it is, and that's from our heart game. So you can just put that there and do a slow down in that case, and keep going is used when we're back on, as just a...
Please continue the discussion of cannibalism.
Yeah, or like a really horny NPC shows up and you're like, keep going. You're like, okay, this is the kind of content we want. But yeah, that's basically how it works. And if one is done in error, you can just let us know that too. But yeah, that's just an easy anonymous way. I know I put those tools in, but I don't remember if and you guys have already sent in your lines and veils too, so I do have that in mind. But just in case any of us make a mistake or go too far in one direction. Okay, so you've successfully saved the baby Triceratops, reunited it with its mother. You've received some weird conch shell from it, and you've defeated this wandering party of goblins. So now it is up to you guys. Oh, thanks, Ruthie. I appreciate that. So now it is up to you guys to decide what to do next.
I'd like to just turn back into regular old Kelkin.
Okay.
Please, and thank you.
Yeah, do we need to do it like a heal squad? How are we all doing?
Yeah, anyone need a band-aid?
You should be able
I
to
mean,
see each other's health bars, I think, so you can have
Yeah,
a general sense of how everyone is doing.
I felt great as a wolf. Now that I'm back, not so much. Even though yeah.
Wait, can you turn back into a wolf? You looked really soft, and I did want to like. Actually, you do look soft. Can I pet him and lay on hands?
Aw.
If you touch his butt, it's lay on hams, right? Okay.
Yeah, I'll do a heal of 5
On Kelkan?
on Kelkin.
Okay, gotcha. So Kelkan, you'll gain 5 HP.
Thank you. That feels so much better. Thank you.
Oh, you are really soft.
See if there's anything
I
else I
mean,
need to let you guys know
I
about this
I
area.
often get the urge to lick myself. I know where you're coming from. It's hard to control those urges sometimes.
I mean, I guess I shouldn't judge. I'm still covered in vomit.
I think Affinity's gonna just start wandering away to this like hut and try to investigate.
Okay, roll me an investigation check on that hut, and you can also climb that
Oh,
ladder should you so
okey-dokey.
choose.
Yeah, just gonna just hop
I'll
on
go
it.
ahead and throw a guidance on there.
For the investigation.
Yeah.
Hooray.
Okay.
23.
Not needed. Natural 20. You get the sense that the goblins, you're putting it all together now. There's some like evidence that the goblins use this as their lookout. They probably constructed it. They were probably coming out here to scout it or set up somebody, or just going on a regular patrol. You see little goblin footprints nearby in the area. They were likely using this as just a lookout point on their many patrols.
Gotcha. So there's nothing really like of note or interest inside of it.
No,
It's just
there's
like
some like animal bones in there from some sort of like cooked animal that they were eating, either a lizard or some sort of like bush fowl, like sort of like quails and stuff like that. You do see a tusk that you sort of find interesting because it sort of suggests to you that there might be wild boar on the island, which could be good for a barbecue. You see some like fruit rinds, stuff like that, some melon rinds. There might be some melon trees around here. Evidence of the same kind of stems that the little guy was eating. I mean the Triceratops, not Oz. And yeah, it's just kind of a trashed lookout hut that is clearly, based on what you know of goblins and can discern from these guys, just this is probably just another like little post in that. You're basically able to reason from what you heard. They clearly have Tavian still alive, and their camp is likely not too far from here. And you do know that they came from this direction, so you're able to guess that you think, based on this, that this is sort of like an outpost of their larger camp, which is likely in that direction.
Gotcha. I'm gonna grab the tusk and then just like toss it to Kelkin and be like, "There you go, gotcha a souvenir."
Oh, this is awesome. Thank you. It's pretty huge too. Damn. These things would make some fantastic breakfast. Are any of you guys hungry? I'm hungry.
Food?
Food.
Yeah, I could use one of those awesome cocktails that you used to make. Boy.
My mimosa recipe will go with me to my grave.
That's not fair.
So Wei, when she brings up your awesome cocktail recipe, how do you feel about this mention of this thing?
I think Wei has good memories of making cocktails with Finn, but yeah, it's almost like, oh yeah, good, and then oh no, yeah, no, what? Ha,
So
joke.
Wei is sort of brushing this off like it never happened, right?
Not like it never happened, but just kind of like not taking it in the same, like, I'm not trying to gaslight, Not fully. Just kind of like,
Right, right. You're in a very dangerous situation right now in terms of not trying to gatelight gas keep girl boss. What do the others think of this weird exchange? Because it's unclear what's happening right now, but it's clear there's some awkwardness. This offhand comment from Affinity has made way at first seemingly be like, yeah, that was what? And you're like, wait, what? Yeah, I did say that in completely the wrong way. Gatelight gas keep. Uh, gas keepers. Yeah,
I don't
I
know how to
come from a
interpret.
long family of gas keepers. I'm
Another
still
good squad
crying.
name.
Yeah, the gas keepers. So yeah, what did the rest of you think about this sort of weird exchange?
Oswald does not notice. He has been distracted by the promise of snacks.
Kelkin misses out on any tension, like, just reads it at face value. He's like, hey, you can make cocktails? Wait, hey, you should pour us some. I don't know, yeah, you should make us some when if we find, you got coconut milk on hand. Maybe we'll find some alcohol.
Yeah, I'll see what I can do. I can, try.
Awesome sauce, and then I go back to looking at the tusk.
Ronnie, any interest, or are you just gonna let them have their weird?
Honestly, I also feel like Ronnie is like. So Ronnie is sort of thinking like, oh, we should go track these goblins. We have this clear trail back to their place so we can get Tavian out of here or whatever. But while we're also here trying to like see like, because we didn't really have that hot of a lead on Polly, and like she's an adult, so like, Ronnie's just trying to like do the triage. So definitely also just looking for tracks and like trying to figure out if there's any like information to be gathered here about the quote unquote ape and Polly before suggesting they go to Tavian. So definitely not clocking it at all.
Okay, so as you're surveying this, you realize that you have picked the absolute right group to be traveling with right now. So like
Yes.
you were momentarily perhaps a little annoyed with Finn because you're like, oh, you kind of, and I don't even think from the way Finn said it was like necessarily a dig or a whatever, but clearly there's, it was perhaps a slip of the tongue, but now you're like, yeah, everything is at face value and normal and great.
Yeah.
So, Ronnie, can you please make an investigation or perception check to see if you can check for any other signs of any hide or hair of Polly? Okay, so it's what you know and what you can just surmise about apes, if there are any in general, was that let me see if I've got this right, but I think, yeah, if I, based on how far, for how long you've been traveling, it seems like you've probably gone farther north than where Kip the Surfing Penguin was telling you about. So you're thinking that just based on your general nature sense, you've got a sense that they're probably in the southwesterly direction, if there are apes there. And but what you know about apes is, apes, jungle, it just makes sense they would probably not use well-trodden paths, especially if goblins are about or whatever. So you're sort of looking around these bushes here, and you do see not very many and not even very consistent, but you do see some, almost hand-shaped footprints. And that would make you believe that those are probably beings with opposable thumbs, probably apes. But they aren't like a consistent trail, and so you're like, I guess this could be swinging through trees and stuff and climbing. Maybe they're not on the ground all the time, but you're not getting you're not getting a super hot trail still, but everything you know so far is sort of leading you to believe that Kip was vaguely in the right direction, thinking that there's probably something over this way. Whoever was carried away from the beach, if they are a person or even alive, is probably this way.
So, did we have any sense from the diary entries of how much time had passed from Mr. Whisperpaw?
I would say that you don't know how far apart the diary entries were, but based on how ravaged the campsite was, it didn't seem to you like anybody had lived there for like a month.
Okay, but it's not like, Tavian is now, the 30-year-old king of the goblins.
Right. You don't think it's that.
that.
Based on what you saw, it wasn't like covered in decay and it didn't look, these aren't like archaic papers. They looked like they were pretty well pretty recent. They looked like they were from at most a couple, like there wasn't like sand damage or anything on them. They were just a little ripped and tattered. You would be able to tell now from seeing these goblins that, and just knowing the contents of the note, that what likely happened is that the goblins, after from the letter that Rolanus, Tavian's dad, right? And so he had some plan to fight the goblins and rescue Tavian. Based on what you can figure out now, it sounds like that might not have gone well, that he is either captured or killed as well, and they probably haven't been back to their camp since that happened. At which point the goblins probably went there, stole anything they could, and basically tossed the place. And the camp that you saw is the wreckage of that, basically.
Mm-hmm. Well, everyone, I know we were looking for Polly, but I'm concerned that child we learned about still at this goblin camp, and I think we should go look for him. And as you noted, though they were not welcoming with information, they may have resources or other material at their camp as well.
Yeah, I mean, if anything, maybe he'll at least, cook us some food if we save him.
You're gonna capture him, aren't you?
I mean, capture and save is a fine line.
As thank you, you live and work for us now. Great.
Do you think Polly will be okay if we leave her for a while? I'm a little worried, but if you guys think that going after Tavian's the right choice, I'm all for it. I'm just kind of worried about her,
I also. But we can't
don't even know if it was Polly. Oh, sorry.
No, sorry. We don't know if it was Polly. We don't know if she was alive. We have good reason now to believe that this child is alive, and Polly, if alive, is a capable woman.
Wow.
Yeah. And if she is alive, she'll probably want some really yummy food. So I feel like that's just the natural priority.
Not pushing your hand at all. I know Polly like the back of my hand, and the one thing she wants is Tavian's cooking, damn it.
Exactly.
Well, Tilda did die, so she will need a new chef.
Oh my god,
and
so sad.
And a ship. Yeah, maybe the goblins have a ship.
All right.
Yeah, let's go for it then. Yeah.
At this point, I'm gonna pull you guys back to the island map. Okay. So you guys were sort of over here now at this point. You do see the where the Triceratops is left before. There is water in a freshwater river there, so you will be able to fill your water skins there if you so choose before we move on.
Can I wash the vomit off of my body?
That's the one thing
just
you
like
can't do. No, I'm just kidding. In fact, it comes back and pukes even more on you because I think it's funny. No, yeah, you can definitely wash it off. I know whoever made this is a genius, a bald genius. Um,
Do
so,
you want us to be able to see as much of as we can?
uh,
There's some very stuff.
you should be able to see. Yes, yeah, you should be able to see, sort of like, what it represents is, uh, the stuff that's within your, um, the brighter area is, is what you can easily see in, and everything else is stuff that you just sort of like either vaguely can perceive, from far away or get some sense of.
Okay.
So these are landmarks, and as we move, we will be uncovering more stuff as we go. Um, so yeah, that's the way it basically works. So yeah, you just let me know if you guys. It sounds like the plan was to move east, trying to track where the goblins came from, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and Whisperpaw's note also said that the goblin camp was on the eastern coast, so it seems like a
Yeah.
good option for us.
And while we're traveling, I think Way's gonna like hustle up to where Ronnie is. I imagine Ronnie's leading the front.
Probably.
Yeah, I think unless anyone else wants to, which they would totally allow.
Yeah. Way just kind of saddles up next to Ronnie, just, hey, you ever get a feeling like those that remain, they're trying to tell you something, but you can't quite put your finger on it?
Hmm. Sorry, this is Ronnie taking this very seriously and like trying to be really thoughtful about it. But like,
You're
definitely
being
doesn't have like a
very-
go-to answer.
Yeah, just very. Ronnie, are you? Can you hear me from up there?
Of course,
Oh,
and carry
yeah,
you if
sorry.
you'd like to be closer.
No, that's fine.
Those that remain have. There are still powers in this world that seem to go unnamed from those who remain. Not like I get old times of particular relationships and warships, but
Right. Well, it's just, I keep getting this like weird, totally not in my ear, just poking and prodding. There's something near here, and we're kind of heading towards it. Do you think it might be useful if we investigate it before we rescue Steve?
if you are receiving some sort of divine information, I think that is a miracle. We should.
Well, I don't know if I'm receiving anything. It's just kind of like, let's say, in the ether, just kind of a weird magic compass. Let's go with something like that. I wouldn't pinpoint it as like,
I am a great
Fabian,
believer in your following your intuition.
Great.
Fabian's gonna pop out of your head, and he's gonna like, unbeknownst to Ronnie, is going to put his arm around both of you. He's like, "Wow, you're both really bad at this. It's really interesting to make you try to make small talk about stuff when you're being ambiguous. It's really sad. Not much going on in there, is there? And believe me, I spent a lot of time in there." He's like knocking on your forehead.
Yeah, Wayland's just like,
I'm
thinking this, just like I'm trying my best here, man. Come on.
Well,
And, like,
maybe
while-
give him a little bit more to go on than that. Make up something convincing, you know? I give you permission to lie!
I
Oh,
think our priority should be finding Tavian before the goblins realize their scouting party will not be returning. But if we are close to this whatever you have some intuition or some sense about, I think we should investigate it. If it is on our way, we can look into it, and if not, find it once we have secured the boys' safety.
or at what? Since we've kind of gone north and we're starting to head east, where is my vibe-ometer? Where's Fabian kind of pointing me?
Fabian seems like he just gives you, as that question registers in your mind, he is sipping an imaginary drink, almost like in the style of whatever drink you said you made earlier, Mai Tais or whatever, like just to
The only
subtly
one
mock you.
Who
And
fully clocked the cocktail interaction.
yeah, right. And is like almost like you are inadvertently going in exactly the right direction. So this whole conversation has been a bit, from his perspective, a bit pointless, but very entertaining for him. but he gets the sense that these two things may in some way be connected, and so he's just giving you a subtle thumbs up.
Oh, if that's the case, then I might have a guess.
At this point, Ronnie, I would like you, since you're leading, to make a survival check real quick.
Wow.
And can everyone else just give me a perception check real quick?
Can anyone else notice that I suddenly did a bad job?
You've been well, the thing is that that Waylon has been distracting you so thoroughly with these highfalutin questions about gods and whether they exist or not. stuff that you try to keep busy enough that you don't have to dwell too much on, that when you're starting to actually think about them, your mind is starting to hurt a little bit, because you like to focus on practical things, people you can help, that sort of thing. And these things are really making you think about a lot of the philosophy from your youth, and like what it means, and you're sort of getting a little homesick, and you're just like, I can't focus right now. So while the rest of you are walking, Wei and Oz and Kelken, you notice two things. One, the river to the north, the one that you saw the Triceratops' cross earlier, that was sort of just like a little creek, it is sort of widening a bit and is becoming more of opening up into like a little lagoon type thing. And you hear loud rushing water. So it sounds as if there might be like a drop or some rapids up there. But the other thing that you notice is a creature in this direction that must have been nearby, because it just darts to the south from where you guys were standing. It seems to like head at about, I don't know, 30, 40 miles an hour, like pretty quickly away. And you can, anyone who, Kelken, I will let you roll with advantage if you want to try to do a nature check to see what you think it is.
Awesome. Okay, let's see.
Yeah, you didn't get a clear look at it because it turned tail right away. For all you know, it could be a bear or something. You're not really sure. Anyone else who might have gotten a better look at it, Oz and Waylon, you can also make a nature check to see if you know. Okay, Oz,
Nice.
you know 100%. You snatch the tusk from Kelken real quick and say, "Ooh, it was one of these." And you know for a fact that it was a boar that was squealing and running away from the party to the south in this direction. And then again, you also heard some stuff from the north, some rushing water from the north. So those are the sights and sounds you were passing as you move by right now. So you're free to continue on your way, or you can investigate either of those, so should you so choose.
Good eye, Oz. How hungry are you again? Because I remember you saying you're pretty hungry, right? You think I can wait, or
Pass out some rations.
Or it could be friend, but it could be dangerous friend.
Dangerous friend.
friend or dangerous friend? I like your interpretation of things.
Pointy friend, Hurdy.
Wayland has a moment of epiphany that I totally didn't have myself. Just, Ronnie, what did the note say? The goblins have something with them that makes them stronger?
Some elixir, some potion, or some kind.
Yeah, that's ringing a bell. I think that's tripping my radar. I don't think that that's something that they could have made themselves.
Fabian pops out and looks at you dead in the eyes and goes, "Oh, I mean, I thought of that as well. Yes, we're both very clever in that way, that we both surmise that very same thing. They might, in fact, be related. Of course, of course."
Very good thinking. We should be careful if they are stronger than those that we encountered before.
Okay, so you guys are gonna continue on?
Yes.
Okay. As you get deeper
I don't
along-
know that I got a nat 1. I'm just doing my best.
As you guys are continuing on, you see to the north, you see a hill, a beautiful hill with a beautiful waterfall leading into a lagoon. It's really nice and just exceptionally scenic. Given all of the death and strange sights you've seen so far, the goblins and the hints of kidnapping, and yes, even the cute triceratops covered in mud. You didn't expect to see something this scenic and picturesque necessarily here, with all the ups and downs of this journey so far, losing so many companions in the shipwreck and all that. But yeah, it is quite beautiful. It has like a little divot in the top, like almost looks like a much shorter version of the Dueling Peaks in Breath of the Wild and that sort of thing. But it has a waterfall coming from the top and leading out into this nice little lagoon. And there's places where the water sort of breaks off into little veins and trickles along the side, and it's all seeming to flow east. And there is a big hunk of trees in the way, a dense area, so you're not quite able to make out what's on the other side. So at this point, you can continue through the trees in that direction, or take a look at this waterfall, get a closer look there too.
If it's all the same to you guys, I'd kind of like to go around the jungle towards the mountain and the waterfall a bit. It really makes me miss home sometimes, you know. I know it may be a bit out of the way, but if we could swing by that, I'd appreciate it.
Yeah, we should
Oswald is
definitely go
already
swimming.
waddling towards the waterfall.
Can we
Okay.
tell if if that's obviously out of the way of the goblins, or how are we doing on like that trail, considering I rolled like I rolled?
Now that you're closer to the river, you see that there are definite you can get to slightly elevated ground here and even just walk up this hilly side where there's a waterfall. It's not super high. I want to say it's about like maybe 20-35 feet at the highest part of this hill. So it looks like you could even like jump off and jump into the water below if you so chose. But yeah, it is a rather wide, maybe 20-foot waterfall across, and you can peer down the riverside. You get just in the air, you can see wafting smoke, black smoke that comes up in a very evident, this must be from a campfire way. Like, it just seems to be blowing in the breeze. And just based on everything you know so far, your guess is well, there's a river right here. Goblins probably settled near the fresh water. they're coming from this direction. You get the sense that if you just continued following this river, you could probably find the camp that way as well.
I think we should keep moving towards the camp, towards the goblins, but if we can go via the waterfall, that seems fine. We can also come back.
I mean, yeah.
I can
you
be
know,
fun dad too.
I mean, yeah, the mountains aren't going anywhere, and we have a kid to save, but I appreciate that. Thank you. Maybe we can swing by later and have a nice dip in the lagoon with Tavian, maybe. Who knows?
Well, yeah, we could bring the kid back with us.
Affinity was already like taking off her boots and like trying to like pretend this is a spa day.
I know I have this image in my head of Affinity taking off her boots and dipping her feet in the water, and it just immediately like poisons the entire riverbed. Fish are coming up. Wait, does Affinity have hooves as a tiefling?
No.
Really? Oh, I thought tieflings had hooves. Maybe I'm wrong.
Some people like that, but not Affinity.
Um.
We can
So
just pretend that they have cucumbers at the goblin camp, Finn.
cucumber.
Cucumbers?
For your eyes?
Oh, right, duh. Yeah, alright, I guess we
I'm
need
glad
that
that
if we're
went
gonna have
that
our
way and not
first
the other
spa
way.
day.
So
Also, if we should stop for a few moments at least to refill the water skins. So everyone, refill your water skins.
right. If you haven't done that already, refill your water skins. And as you're
Suddenly, your comment made Ree self-conscious, and now Ronnie is self-conscious about trying to like be fun.
We would die without running.
So can you guys make a can we get a survival check from everybody too while we're here?
Nice.
Okay. Oz and Ronnie immediately oh yeah. So Kelkan especially, you're like, "Hey, you know what? This place would make a pretty nice camp, really." Well, I guess it is kind of close to the goblins, right? But speaking of camps, this is all buzzing through your head right now. You're like, we should. It's about 5:30 p.m. right now. Sun is starting to get lower in the sky, and you're thinking we're gonna need somewhere to rest for the night. And so it goes through your head as well simultaneously, Oz and Ronnie, especially as your thoughts are on food, Oz, and where you might want to cook when you do sit down. You're thinking, where are we gonna settle for the night?
Is the waterfall close enough that we could feasibly get there like before sort of nightfall?
Yes, you can tell based on your survival check and just the general distance of the smoke that it shouldn't take you more than probably 45 minutes to get there at longest.
I mean, making a camp by the mountain or the hill seems like a good call too, because, being on a mountain, you can only really be approached from one side. You have your entire back, covered. So that might not be the worst place to stop and make camp, right?
Or we
I
could make
like the mountain. I want to sleep here.
You're right.
we could make camp here and attack and storm the camp in the middle of the night and get them by surprise.
Wow, you all know so much about outside.
I think it's wise that we stop. I'm unhappy to wait longer, but Moylan reminds me that the goblins have some access to some ability enhancing elixir if Mr. Whisper Paw is to be believed. So we may not want to go straight from our last skirmish if they are better equipped and stronger.
So, as you guys are looking around this area to see like what might be a nice place to set up camp, you guys don't have a lot in terms of you would need to actively like if you're trying to construct a shelter or something like that, you would have to make it yourself, right? But as you're looking around, you do see what looks like a very subtle. It almost looks like it's not there, but it looks like a very subtle path carved into the rock and the moss around the waterfall, almost like there's something that leads back there.
Should we look to see if there is some sort of cave or shelter on this hill? There seems to be a path.
I mean, yeah, if there's a path, I'm pretty okay with, living in the mountains. I think I can help us get around, hopefully, but I do think that's a good call. Going further up would provide more cover, and, we're less likely to get snuck up on.
Yeah, I'm following you guys.
Very well.
I'm good with that.
So you guys are gonna go check out the path, yeah?
Yeah.
All right. So you're walking up, into this area here, and you're going up this little path behind the waterfall. It's all very pretty, and especially as the sun's getting lower and the sky gets a bit oranger, it looks really nice, glinting sunlight through some mild clouds as it passes through this shimmering water. It's all like it's a far cry from the bloodshed from earlier. But rather than a sheer wall or even a deep alcove, what you see before you is a little wooden structure, like almost a gate with a doorway behind the waterfall.
Oh. This seems more complicated. We could make camp at the base of the hill where we were, or investigate this strange location.
I mean, maybe someone lives there. Maybe they have snacks and warm beds.
It's
Snacks.
possible. I have not often found that people who seclude themselves up in mountains and behind waterfalls to be consistently hospitable, but it sometimes happens.
Wait, how many people behind waterfalls have you met?
That was my exact question. How often? The old waterfall scam. I know this one. Too true.
I was trying to think of it, but I feel like if like I came up like growing as like a bit of a wanderer, like and stuff, and like some people like hide out in weird places, and
Right.
some
No, it kind of tracks
sometimes
with your
they're just-
backstory. Yeah.
sometimes they're just chill people, like my like my person, but like sometimes they're like, I hate the world, or like I'm a witch, and they want weird
Right.
stuff.
Right. No, I mean, what you said made sense. It was just phrased in a way where it sounded like you've come up against hundreds of waterfall people in your past, which is a funny
I mean,
thing for these
not
people who don't know
hundreds,
you.
but it's just a couple times, and it varies a lot.
Okay,
I mean-
so you're basically standing before this little door this little door, with a knob, and there's no signage or anything like that. It's about, I don't know, 15, 20 feet from the back of the waterfall. So yeah, it's up to you guys what you'd like to do next. Whether you want to try to investigate this, whether you want to keep on going and find someplace else.
Is it like a super well-constructed door? Like there's no gaps underneath it we could like peek under? No, like
No, there are
we could
gaps.
see
There are
through?
gaps. You would be able to peek under.
I'd love to try.
Okay, sure. Go. Let's see. What would be a? Yeah, make a perception or investigation check. See if you can sneak under a little bit.
All right.
It's on there.
Was that with advantage?
I don't. Do I have advantage? Otherwise, it would just be the 15, I guess.
I don't know. Yeah, it's just grayed out, so I was just wondering. So
But you
yeah,
could add a. Well, I don't know if Matt thinks that a D4 will make a difference.
well, I
Oh, for
think
guidance.
what you see in there is you see it looks to be a cave. It's a little dark, and doesn't seem to be a lot of light coming out of there. There's some like glowing moss in there, which is kind of nice, but it's very dim light, so it's a little hard to make out. But you do see something glinting on a mid-level rock, maybe 4 or 5 feet up from the ground, on the right-hand side, and you do see some footprints. It seems like that seem to go back and forth, some in, some out, from the cave, and they look kind of humanoid, but they also kind of look like they might have like you're not sure if these are like, they could be a humanoid with long nails, or they could be like like a hobgoblin or something like that. You're not sure what kind of creature made it, but it seems like when they touch the ground, they leave little claw indentations too.
Would we have any reason to assume that that might be goblin footprints, or?
Based on what Kelkenkin described to the rest of the group, uh, they look too large to be goblin. They
Gotcha.
look like more like a medium-sized creature rather than a small creature.
I was kind of keen on going in there, but I think I have to agree with Ronnie's assessment of the fact that things behind waterfalls may not be so great after all. And then I just describe what I saw to the rest of the group.
Waylon was. Oh, I sort of try to pull Waylon aside.
Yeah, we'll kind of inch closer to the waterfall than the rest of the party, or Waylon will.
It seemed that you thought something you were seeking was this direction. Does this feel connected to it, or do you think that it is still with the goblins?
Can I use another divine sense just for another vibe check?
Do you have? Let me see.
I've got 3 left.
Would you have to do that for your special ability, or I don't
Not
think
for
you
my
do.
not for my special ability, but right now I don't think he wants to ask Fabian. I think he just wants to.
Oh, you just want to do a divine sense check.
Yeah.
Like what's up? Okay, yeah.
Because if there's creepy feet, I'm wondering if there's. Yeah.
Okay, so you want to do divine sense, which will tell you if there's any celestials, fiends, or undead within 60 feet
Yeah.
of you. Sorry, I'm on your sheet. I think we're arguing over whether to open up this bullet point. When the
Yeah, I wouldn't know the identity, but I could get. It's like a. Yeah, it's just a little like ping.
sure.
And if this place is good or bad, I might get a feel for it.
Yeah, let me see if there is. Nope. There's none of those specific things nearby. Not to tip my hand too much.
Yeah, Waylon's kind of like.
Of those 3 categories, those things aren't here. Therefore,
Yeah.
it's safe.
Waylon's like trying to pretend
Oh,
he's doing something.
You do get a big ping from Fabian, of course, and he's, as he
Oh.
always does, goes, "Hello."
Yeah, again, just that little start. And then like. Oh,
Are you all right? Are you well?
oh yeah, no, just one moment. Oh no, I'm not.
Eh?
No, I think we're no, I think it's not here.
Very well. Shall we make camp at them?
Yeah,
The
let's
base-
just go upstairs.
Well, look.
If we make noise, they won't they'll come up and yell at us or whatever. It should be fine.
Well, I know you guys are super. I as well. We're super iffy about going in there. So if you want, I could turn into like a little lizard and crawl under there and just investigate and see what's up.
Are you sure? That seems kind of risky to go in there by yourself.
Kelkin, I think you're the first person I've met who sees creepy feet and says, "Let me turn into something small and defenseless, and let me get in there."
I mean, I'm hoping I can go unnoticed. If I do get noticed, maybe a signal will. Wait, what kind of signal can I give you guys as a lizard?
Maybe turning back into a lizard and screaming.
I could message you
Yeah.
and just kind of check in every minute or so.
Yeah, that sounds. I could do that. Look. I feel kind of bad for running away last fight, and I feel like I gotta do something to help out. You know.
My bullying is gonna have unintended consequences. Every DM's dream.
I mean, okay, fine. If you are feeling up to it,
Yeah, if
Affinity's just gonna cast a bardic inspiration on Kelkin.
And yeah, I'll turn into like a little lizard boy and run in there.
Boy?
Just a little lizard. If we're going for specifics, just a little
Okay,
lizard.
what kind of little lizard? Do you have one in mind? Like a gecko or salamander?
Yeah, like
or-
a gecko or something. Something that can like stick to the walls
Okay.
and the ceiling.
So something that's reasonably native and wouldn't stick out weirdly.
Exactly. Yeah.
Well, let's see.
Poisonous tree
Have you
frog.
seen? Can't you only transform into things you've seen? Right?
Yeah. So I've been keeping track of the animals we've seen. You, I think, in passing, mentioned little lizards before.
Oh
and I
yeah,
wrote
you
that
would have
down,
seen some
so-
island lizards. I'm not sure if you would have seen.
Nailed it.
I'm not sure if you would have seen geckos necessarily. What are?
Lots of lizards can go up walls, though.
Yeah, exactly. I know there is a specific kind that
could you just go for a generic rat?
rats.
go for a
I
rat,
guess
but-
rats can climb walls too. That's true.
Because
Sometimes.
you can't technically have something that has a climb speed.
Oh,
that's
okay.
right. That's right.
And lizards, I think, have a climb speed.
Okay. I can.
Well,
do a
you
rat
could
then.
be,
They're sneaky geeky.
In case or just, I thought it was just swim and fly.
Oh,
Well-
no, you're right. Yeah,
You're
they
right.
swim
No,
and
no,
fly
it's
as
swim
well.
and fly because even bears can climb things. You know.
Even bears.
Even bears.
Even filthy bears who we all hate. Are you with me? Okay, I'm not going to do the thing where I Google animals for 40 minutes to get a really specific one. So let's say you're like I forget what the name of it is, but it's not quite a gecko, but it's like a little green like lizard that is found in jungles that you can climb up walls and stuff. And trees
Oh,
and
yeah,
stuff.
I know what you're talking about.
I
You
forget
get
what
it
it's
at
called.
Petco sometime?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Wait, what's it called?
I got you.
A toll? A knoll? Something like that. So you become this lizard and you crawl underneath and you go inside what is essentially a tunnel. And you're going a little closer. You have like dim light vision. So it's not like really balancing well with the a knoll. That's it. Yeah, a green anole. Yeah, I knew it was something like that.
I got you.
Thank you. It's a Davatel. That's what I thought it was. And so you are you're going in there and you can see with dim lights pretty decently. You see what looks to be I don't know, it looks like kind of a necklace or something hanging from a rock that's up the wall. It's about, it's about 4 feet up, so would have been like 3 feet shorter than you, and right now it's like it's far up as a little a little anole can imagine. You also see these muddy footprints on the ground, and you can get closer to them, inspect them a bit further if you would like.
Yeah, I'll crawl, I assume, into the footprint and try and figure it out.
Okay, so you crawl directly into the footprint. Can you roll an investigation check on them? Okay, so based on that, you're licking and sniffing the footprint. They don't taste that good. You're not able to pick up any information on these footprints. They do form a path going forward, so you could walk right through them should you wish to.
Yeah, I'll continue following them, but I'll keep Oz in the loop that like I found these footprints. They're going into the cave. I'm going just a little bit deeper, not too far.
Can you
So
message
I'll keep you
back
guys
like
posted.
that if Oz hasn't messaged first?
Oz is laying on the ground so he can peek under the gate and sends a message every once in a while.
Okay, gotcha. Is message a... Oh, it's a cantrip? That's wonderful. Message is great.
Oh yeah, message is great.
Yeah, I love
Wonderful.
wizards so much. So yeah, so you're going through, and you're just following the footprints, and, let's see here. I don't really have... Is there a lizard token I could use? Let's see.
I think there is a lizard stat block, so there should be a token as well.
If there isn't a specific lizard, you could use the there's a humanoid creature that is like a tree frog person.
Nope, there's a lizard, all right. Challenge 0. Tiny beast. 2
hit
HP.
points.
Yes.
Yeah, I know.
Okay. I'm just gonna add this to your... Oh, what do you call it? The menagerie, as Xeno would call it. Oh, I'm gonna put it in your... I'm gonna create this token and put it under your care. So it will be in Ash's journal. So it's gonna be under your...
Got it. Also, above board, guys, this is so fucking stressful.
Everything is fine. Don't
Who
worry.
made you do
Don't read
this?
chat
Who
for
made
my
you
guess.
do
You're
this?
doing great.
Everything is fine.
You
Okay,
have
well-
bardic inspiration.
I do.
Hang on, I need to check to see if I... No, of course
Killed.
not. Oh, I'm so annoyed right now. I forgot to put on dynamic lighting on this thing. Oh well. It's dim light. But, okay, so what I'm gonna say right now is that we're gonna take Ash and we're gonna put him on a special page that only he can see.
Oh, great.
Did that work?
I don't see anything currently. I'm still with the party.
There you go.
Oh, there we go. Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to put your lizard in here. So you should be able to move him around. Can you move him? Does it work?
Okay, there we go. I can
Yeah,
move
okay,
him.
great. Okay, so you are in a little cave. It should have dynamic lighting. It does not. And it's dim light in here. Some more glowing moss and stuff like that. And yeah, in the distance, you can see a box or something back there.
Okay. And no like signs of life or anything so far. So I'm just gonna head over. Like, I guess I'll hug the wall, and I'd like to be over here, so I can just kind of peek around it to survey
Sure.
the room ahead.
Okay, so make an investigation check again.
Investigation. That's a 10.
Okay. You don't see anybody. You see peeking around, you see what looks like a chest. But that's it.
Oz, I see a chest. It's in the middle of a big room. Is this worth it? Just can you like confer with the party? Because I was kind of hoping we'd find a place to rest in here. Clearly, I've bitten off more than I can chew. What do I do?
Oswald, hearing this, looks at the party. He said a lot of words, but I think he found a box and he wants us to know if we want to get the box.
What's in the box? Does he know what's in the box?
I
What's
don't
in
know.
the
He didn't say
box?
what's in the box. He just said he found a box.
I mean, a box in the middle of a cave is probably really valuable. Someone's trying to hide something, right? So maybe can he like slither in the box or something?
Oswald asks if Pilkin can slither in the box using those exact words.
Okay, can I so I have climbing abilities. Can I like climb up the wall and crawl across the ceiling to the box, not like directly on the ground in the middle of sight?
Yeah, you could do that. I will say that for edification, uh, this cave is probably the. Oh wait, you can go 120 feet away within
For
range.
message?
120 feet, and it can cut through at least 1 foot of stone, but then it's magical silence. It doesn't have to go in a straight line.
Travel around corners.
Yep.
That's a
And
great
it is a
spell.
fantastic cantrip.
Magical sounds, 1 foot of stone. Okay, so there is no stone. There is the wood, so you could really just point it in his direction. Yeah, and you've known where he is the whole time. I don't think this whole cave is. Wait, we can just do a ruler here. Okay, so you've. Oh, so this entrance. Yeah, well, what I was gonna say stands. When you enter this room, basically, if the entrance to the cave was about 60 feet, like the passageway you were down, then
Right.
when you get beyond this point, message is no longer going to be able to reach because it's going to be beyond 120 feet. But you will be able to just walk back. You should theoretically be able to just walk back. But yeah, you can also climb up the wall and onto the ceiling and do it.
I'd like to do that.
Okay,
Yeah.
great. Okay, so yeah, move where you would like to go. You're now on the ceiling, we'll say.
Okay, so on the ceiling, I mean, I'd like to just go up like right behind the box and I can squeeze behind it so to get a better look at like whether or not I can actually slither into the box or like how tightly sealed the box is.
Okay, make a perception investigation check on this box.
All right. Oh, come on.
You're not sure. You're not sure it's possible. You're new to this body. You're like, I don't know how. It's hard for me to gauge. You're a biologist, not a treasure hunter. You don't really know much about boxes in this way. You're not really like sure if you can or not. This is one of those things where it's like the only way to be sure is to do.
Okay. I am not foolhardy. I'm gonna crawl back on the ceiling to within range of message, and I'm gonna relay that I see the box. I don't see anybody around. It's just a big open room, and as safe as it may be, because there are no threats, I'd prefer to not be alone in case something unexpected happens, and if nothing unexpected happens, then, you know, it's safe, whatever.
Oswald says back to the party, "It is very scary in the cave and he would like friends to help."
Alright. Affinity opens the door and walks.
Okay, as soon as you touch the doorknob to
Damn it.
For the love of Christ.
for the cave, you are about to take
Excuse me.
six lightning damage zaps through you. It sort of sets you back a bit. The door does open, but it was trapped magically.
Ah, jeez.
Static electricity? What?
Yeah.
I love how
Freaking
for
shocked
context.
me.
That would have just killed me as a lizard
Or
anyway.
just fight back.
Yeah, spicy door. But it's open, I guess.
That's great then. I love this for us. Mostly Kelkin.
Well, that hurt. might as well go in now, right?
Yeah, it's open now. It should be fine.
How about-
Insert.
How about you guys go in? I'll man the door.
Wow, the
So
most
brave.
noble of paladins.
So brave. Oh shit, I love it.
I mean, you gotta have somebody to keep an eye on the waterfall.
The
Yes,
waterfall.
that's very brave of you. I'm sure no monster will come and try to eat you. Oswald gives you a
Mhm.
pat before heading in.
Waylon pales at the thought.
Okay, so Oz is Affinity leading the party, or is Oz leading the party now?
I guess Affinity just walked straight in, so...
What's Ronnie doing right now, by the way?
Yeah, also gonna head in
Okay, gotcha.
and like sort of clap Wayland on the shoulder and be like, "Thank you."
Totally.
Okay, so as you walk in, you see the necklace that was relayed to you, Oz, on the wall. It seems to be hanging from a rock. You also see the footprints on the ground, too, that sort of form a very specific path moving forward.
Because you don't have any ways to identify things, do you?
I mean, I could look at them real close, but I don't know if I would be able to know what it is.
Legolas, what do your bird eyes see?
All right, keep walking in. Can I tell anything? Can I like survival or perception the footprints to get more
Yes.
info on them?
Please do investigate the footprints.
Do I have to investigate them?
Yeah. They seem
Cool.
like weird footprints to you.
Weird.
An Affinity investigate them.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay, so Finn, while you're looking at the footprints, you see something that is very notable about them, which is that it almost looks like, you know, from growing up at the city, that kids used to play a game called hopscotch, you know, making some marks on the ground and hopping from block to block. It almost looks like this, whatever it was that left these footprints, was doing that very same, and not stepping on specific places, but hopping from spot to spot.
Okay. As soon as she inquires that, she's gonna tell everyone to stop. Everybody stop. Stop moving.
I stopped.
Oz cannot. That's the one thing. He's dancing even while still.
Oz
weird...
just freezes mid-step, 1 foot in the air.
Oz is now flamingo form.
She relays the fact that the footprints are these. They look like it's being hopped around certain places on the floor, which is concerning. So I just don't want us to blow up by accident, you know? Like landmines or something. Even though that would be really stupid to put in a cave, right? But hey, I'm not here to judge anyone.
Doorknob, it just electrocute. So it might not be a literal explosion.
Right. So here's the thing, guys. This definitely means that something awesome is in that box. However, is it worth hopscotching around the cave? Is my question for you all.
Is the box blast proof? We could just leave the cave and start shooting in here until we set off whatever's gonna kill
Oh
us.
my god.
I mean, I really like the way you're thinking, Oz. However, I don't know if we have anything that would make that happen. Like,
I have fire magic.
How far is the hopscotch?
It's like about 20 feet, maybe? Probably more like 15. And to be clear, what it is that because Finn already made this roll, it doesn't look difficult to do. It doesn't look like you would need some crazy acrobatics to be able to perform this insane hopscotch. It just looks like whoever walked through here did not walk through normally. They stepped on specific places and did not step on others.
I just quickly beam back to Oz, like, because it's taking a while. Like, is everything okay? Do I need to come back? You guys good?
Stay, small creature. We think the cave is trapped.
Ah,
So
okay.
Okay. I think
If
I can
I-
make it, guys. Can Ronnie, can you like spot me or something, you know?
yes,
Okay. Great. Affinity's
with my
gonna
like
try to
long
hop.
arms out on either side.
It's like a gymnastics beam, but like arms.
Restless Pharaoh, this isn't even a puzzle. They're just silly. The big brain puzzles. I know. Oh my gosh. I'm like, it's easy to do. You guys are like, yeah, right, meanie. I hate you and your island. I'm leaving. Yeah, it's like the statue. It's a puzzle if we make it a puzzle.
Okay. What do I have to do? What does Affinity have to do to get to this box?
You have to step on the places where wait, I'm just
Where
telling you
the
the
footprint-
solution.
Yeah.
if you'd like,
continue.
your goal is to cross to do the hopscotch, right?
Okay. I guess a better question is what should Affinity roll?
You don't have to roll. You can just step where.
Wait, really?
Yeah,
Oh.
like I said, it's not hard. It's not hard. You just have to
I
avoid
thought that it
certain
was
patches.
like a low DC, not hard. Alright.
It's not even It's not about that. It's just about not stepping in certain places.
Okay, she's gonna gracefully ballerina-esque step over the patches and get to the box.
All right, she's instantly killed. Just kidding. That would be the worst DM ever. No, yeah, I told you, but you shouldn't trust me because I'm the DM and not. No, it's not that. I probably should have made you roll, but it's not really like the way. This just isn't a map, but like the way it would look is like 5-foot steps where there are places where there are footmarks and you just walk on those. You know. So everyone can easily just walk specifically on those. And avoid the other ones.
Alright, I do that.
Okay. So at that point, you guys, everyone but oopsie. There we go. Everyone but Waylon is here now, right?
Welcome to my cave.
Is this your last wild shape of the day?
This is my last wild shape of the day.
Okay.
Worth it.
I know, right? What an adventure.
Oh, okay. I need to move the rest of you guys to this map, right? All right. So players. Okay, and we'll just say that because of the amazing mossy glow in here, you guys are able to. Let's see. I'll put Kelkin. I will put you over here on the right side of the map if you need your other guy. If you want to lose
Sounds
wild
good.
shape at any point. What did you do
Can I
with
just
your math
immediately-
again? 15 plus 5. Just write 20, you goon.
Can I just immediately like climb up onto like Ronnie's arm because I feel very
Sure.
unsafe and scared.
I mean, if Ronnie
Yep.
allows that, doesn't swat it compulsively. Take 50 damage. Enough to
Immediately
kill you.
kills me.
Yeah, right. He kills you in both forms. Send you back to the spirit realm. Right. I'll explain it to you later, Pharaoh, why I'm smirking. Okay. So, all right. So you guys are here. Way is still at the beginning of the cave. And, yeah. Welcome to the cave.
And yeah.
That's
Alright.
it's the cave for you.
Affinity's just gonna keep on walking, I guess, trying to get to this chest.
Okie doke.
Very tunnel visioned.
Yeah, well, there's the chest right there.
Alright, can she make it all the way up to the chest?
Okay, yep, she's in front of the chest.
Alright, great. She's gonna try to open it.
I just want to say,
What?
okay, for just like personal edification, the chest is not trapped, but it's hilarious to me that the person who immediately received a trap from is just not checking everything, like learned nothing from that situation. I'm
it
just gonna
wasn't
go
that
in,
bad.
okay? I just want to walk through.
It was just 6 points of damage. She just wants to know what's in the box.
What's in the box?
What's in the box?
Okay, so you open this chest, and inside is a piece of paper.
No!
Let's see if this works.
Not more paper.
Learning books. Ah. All right, Affinity, do us the honors of reading this wonderful message.
Okay. My deepest apologies, foolish phlegm sacks. I've already pilfered the precious orb. I shall use it to furnish my fabulous desert home. Come visit if you dare. Peace and love in these trying times. The sandwich. P.S. Let this be your tomb.
Nice
As she-
pun.
As she says,
Oh,
let this be
wow.
your tomb, the ground around you begins to rumble.
No.
And from the dirt, some creatures emerge. I will need you all to roll initiative.
Can you,
Damn it.
I nudge Oz. Can you message Waylon?
I don't know.
Okay.
Can you put my token on so I can?
No, you're not here because you didn't
Oh,
want it,
okay.
remember?
So I don't get to roll for initiative.
No, you do. I'm just kidding. I'm just messing with something else on the other. You can definitely come in. We'll just have you.
You
No,
have
it's fine. I don't have to come in.
You're having a nice
No.
time. Having a nice
Lizard
time.
22.14.
You're staying lizard? Oh my god. Is someone gonna throw you? What's happening? Okay. This is problematic. Okay, great.
Kelvin
I don't
officially most problematic character.
Runs away as a powerful wolf, charges as a powerless lizard. What is happening? What is happening in this party?
I
It's
mean,
crazy.
I don't know about you guys. I've never felt more powerful than when I've turned into an actual lizard.
Okay.
This is what real power looks like.
Yeah.
Okay, so everybody rolled, right? But some of because the window wasn't open, some of them didn't get put on
Yeah.
the thing. So let me grab. Oops. Let me grab Waylon.
Wow, I thought I rolled low, but damn, guys.
Yeah, no, not my finest hour.
Okay.
Oswald has never rolled higher than 9 on initiative.
Oh no.
It's that good wizard dex.
He's just chilling. It's okay.
He's got a +1. He's just not really paying attention.
Just let me add to thing. Just let me do the
Please.
thing. Okay, add turn. Lizard's on there. Ronnie's on there. Wait, Ronnie's already on there. What am I doing with my life? Wait, it says... Wait, Ronnie, did you roll... No, never mind. Ash is on there. Or did you roll as the lizard, or is that on your initiative sheet?
I think I rolled as the lizard. I keep my proficiencies in. I rolled from my sheet, but I clicked the lizard token. I should have clicked my token.
Shouldn't you use the lizard proficiency? Or lizard
No, you can
dex?
pick whichever one's higher, I believe.
Okay. Finn initiative
We got
is
here.
9.15. Right?
I cannot even tell what this is.
Waylon is 5 years old.
Yep.
Oh, wait, could we message Waylon? We're too far into the cave, aren't we?
Don't worry, he'll be able to hear what's happening.
Yeah.
Great.
The-
We all just scream.
yeah.
Everything's
Ah!
fine in there.
This is
Yeah.
the signal. The signal. This is the signal.
Yeah, but I don't know
would
who's saying
scream.
that. It could be anyone screaming. Continues whistling.
I would scream, but I looked it up and green and owls are mute, so.
Oof.
Oh. They can only mlem in fear.
Okay. Oh wait, I still need to roll for these guys.
These guys. What do we see?
You just see some guys. Don't worry about it too much.
Give me a word picture.
See,
I'm busy painting myself a Roll20 picture right now because I'm so cumbersome with this thing. Okay, so from the earth, you see around you 3 dust methods, which are small elementals. They look like little goblinoid type creatures. They're very small creatures, and they are covered and swarming with sand, almost like it's part of their very being, as they are elemental creatures. So they look sandy and coarse in nature, and they are sort of
they get
pointy
everywhere.
with like mosquito. It's everywhere. Yeah. I hate it. And the women and the children. It makes you want to slaughter younglings and never come back from it. So you see these 3 guys here. There's 3 of them, one there, one there, one there. And then from behind you, blocking the exit, is this large, creepy, it's like an ant-like creature. It's like a many-legged insect, and it's got these big mandibles that stick out from its face, big sharp ones, pincers, like an earwig, and it's just like big, and it clearly is an expert at burrowing with these like massive piercing claws on the front of it, and each one of its like lobsterish claws also has like a dozen little spikes on it too to help it move through the dirt. And what you can tell based on these things and from the note from the sandwich, she is clearly loves earth-based things, because all of these things have some connection to the earth. With that, it is Lizard's turn.
Okay, since I can turn into one of those as a bonus action, I can probably turn back as a bonus action too, right?
You should be able
I
to
think
drop
that is
wild
true,
shape. Yeah.
Yeah, okay, yeah, I'll do that fucking immediately.
Okay, so we'll just
I
pop
can
you over
drag
here
my tokens. Yeah, thank you.
and just get rid of this one for the time being.
Yeah.
So you're right here. I think, yeah.
Fall slightly over. A beer bulk appears on my arm.
Okay. So, I would like to use Summon Beast, but that is a lot of work for you, so if not, that's
No,
okay.
that's fine. I mean,
Yeah?
I just want to say dropping wild shape is a bonus action, just so you know.
Right. Yeah, sounds good.
Okay, so summon beast, what would you like to summon?
It uses the Bestial Spirit stat block, and I guess mine will be a land beast.
Land beast?
Yeah, because there's 3 different types you can pick from. Let me put it in chat. It'll make life easier for you, actually.
Oh, it's from Tasha's? So it's this thing?
I think so.
Oh, yeah. Interesting. Okay. I haven't done that before, but sure, yeah. So this is the beast. How many of them do you get?
I just get 1.
Okay, great. So this bestial spirit will be a generic token controlled by you.
Yeah.
Do, 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 do. And this is a regular thing you're gonna do, so I can add it to your druid animal pals, right?
Yeah, sure. That would be great, yeah.
Okay, gotcha. Alright, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna give you... it's gonna be in your book as of now. It'll be able to be edited by you. We'll make a nice token for it later because it's kind of boring right now.
Yeah. Sweet.
Well, I guess the reason it's generic probably is that it has different forms, right?
Yeah, I guess so, yeah.
So it's like it probably didn't want to make 4 different colors. Lazy. Okay, so this one should be good to go now. So it has only... looking at its stat block real quickly, it has Flyby, which is air only. Pack Tactics is land and water only. But mostly it just does multi-attack.
Yeah, not in this case, because it's a level 2 spell, so half of that is 1 anyway.
Wait, what does it mean, air on 20 hit points, air only, or 3? What does that mean?
If it's air, it's 20 HP. If it's land and water, then it's 30.
Oh, it's just... So its HP is 30 right now.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, great. And it can multi-attack. Equal to half this spell's level, rounded down.
Which is 2, so it's 1. It gets 1 attack.
So it gets a 1 multi-attack. Great. So we need to change it to 30 right now, though. Okay. And where are you placing it?
I'd like to place it, I guess... Oh, wait, what's range? 90 feet. So I'll place it to the one on the right. I don't think I can move it.
So here?
Yeah.
Okay, great. All right, it is there.
And yeah, so I'll end my turn and I'll just use its maul attack, which is to hit is spell attack modifier plus, so it's plus. How do I see what my spell attack modifier is? All right.
You go to your spells page on your character sheet, and
It's also probably your wisdom modifier plus your proficiency.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ignore that.
I can't.
So
I'm physically.
when you say it was my proficiency plus my wisdom?
Your spell attack bonus is 5.
Okay, awesome. So that's the 13 to hit plus 5, so it's 18.
18 to hit. Okay, so that will hit.
Awesome. And the attack is 1d8 plus 4 plus the spell's level.
Okay.
So 12 plus
Woo!
2. Damn.
Recap.
Nice.
I love a max damage die.
Yeah, I love it.
So,
Love to see it.
wait, you
8
did
plus
how
4
much
plus
total?
2.
8 plus 4 plus 2 is 13.
14.
Okay, great.
8 plus 4 plus 2
Oh.
is not 13.
8 plus 4 is 12, plus 2 is 14. Yeah. Okay.
Oh, sorry. I thought you said 13.
I did say 13 because I misunderstood what I was saying. Wait, but you said plus 2 is half. Is that? I thought it was half the spell's level, not the full spell's level.
Is it? I thought it was plus the spell's level. Let me check real quick. That was for multi-attack. This is just
That's for
damage.
multi-attack. So okay,
Yeah.
gotcha. That's the part I was confused on. That's why I made a grievous brain error. Just so we know, we're running out of time soon, guys. So we will have to cut this short in a couple minutes to make sure everyone gets out on time. So I apologize for that, but that's just the way it works. Plus the spell's level. Yep, you're right. Okay, so 14 to this guy. That takes a huge chunk out of him. He looks like, as this, what kind of attack is it? It's a slam attack?
It's a maul. I don't know what.
It's a maul, so it's mauling it with its jaws. So this bestial spirit is a land spirit, and it's like, you think you're a land beast? I'm a land beast. And it's going to chomp into this mephit, and the mephit is going to take a huge chunk out of its being right there, and it is mostly gone. So that is that turn right there.
Awesome.
Okay, do you have anything else? Any movement or anything?
No. Actually, yeah. I didn't use any of its movement because I spawned it there, right? So it has 30 feet of movement and climbing. So I'll just move over.
You'll take an attack of opportunity from the mephit if you move.
Oh, actually, yeah, I may as well finish him off. I'll stay there.
Do you want Kelkan to move though?
No, neither.
All right, so it's Ankeg's turn. Try to do this quickly. So this bad boy can move. Okay, so he's going to go 30 feet. Okay, he's going to go here. And he is going to use his incredible acid spray attack. Spits in a line that is 30 feet long and 5 feet wide. So he's going to try to get Oz and Kelken with his amazing acid splash.
Can he?
Is it that far?
I don't think he's within 30 feet.
He spits in a line that is 30 feet long.
Yeah, so he's just
Oh, I see. Yeah. Yep.
right.
Wait, it depends if we're starting at him. Yeah, he's there. Oh, you're right. It's just out of his range. So he can't do that. Great. All right, so he can't do that. And you guys don't... It'll be weeks before you play again, so you'll forget. You can do that. So that'll be fine. So he just lets out a... Wait, he's going to... In that case, he's going to dash 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And so he's going to dash up to Oz there. So that's all he can do right now. Okay, Dust Mephits are going to attack. We'll do the one who's like really angry right now. He's going to try to do a claw attack on the bestial spirits. Oh! He gets a crit. He gets a crit. Natural 20 from the Dust Mephit. So he does 10 damage, taking the bestial spirit down to where it was at before. Okay, this guy is going to go up, and he is going to run up to Ronnie, and he's going to do a claw attack too for 11. That will miss. And this one is just gonna dash. Right? Let's see if he can make it. Yeah, he's gonna go there. He's gonna go there, and he's going to try to attack. Let's say he's gonna attack Kelken. And he's gonna go for claws. 7 and miss. Okay. All right. We are at Ronnie's turn. But we have just crossed the midnight mark, and I know some people have hard outs now. So we're going to have to wrap things up here, unfortunately, mid-combat. But we'll have something exciting to get back to shortly as you guys deal with these frightening earth creatures. So I want to thank everybody for being here tonight. If you got to bounce, you can bounce out now. Otherwise, we're going to wrap up stream real quick. So if you've got any hard outs, feel free to pop off the Discord call right now or make any last-minute plugs before you go. If you got any plugs, I'll set that up now. Feel free to chime in. Yes, listen to Reshoot. Listen to Reshoot Movie Podcast. Follow Ink Viral on all of her things. Shout out Ink Viral. Anyone else have anything else they want to plug or support? If you're in Ohio, we got a special election coming up. Vote no on that because it's some real bullshit.
What is the thing?
It's basically the Republicans are trying to raise the make it harder to pass new laws. That way, they have like a scheme to try to prevent people from changing any of their abortion restrictions.
Ooh, gross.
Yeah, it's specifically to keep what do you call it? To keep ladies and LGBTQ people down and make it harder to change their conservative agenda. It literally, and the thing is, it would be harder. It just makes democracy in general harder. And people on either side makes it harder to get things. There's no real benefit to them except giving more power to the agenda of the current people in charge. So there's a lot going wrong in Ohio politics, but if you are an Ohio voter, vote no on that. Yeah, you need all 88 counties for signatures. Need a new supermajority. JD is right. Thank you, JD. I found out that you can support the Writers and Actors Strike. Check out the Entertainment Community Fund. Yes, please do that. Please keep in mind all the strike stuff that's going on right now. Very important stuff going on. And go on a strike of your own. Start a union. Eat the rich. Do all that good stuff. And yeah, okay, so unfortunately, we are not going to be around next week. Some of our fair friends have other prior obligations. We might do some D&D. We might do just a different community gaming night. I have a couple ideas I'm going to float around to see who's available. But we should be back the following week, so that will be the 3rd of August. We're really flying through the year. So August 3rd, we should be back, barring anything else. As always, you guys can check out the Discord for more information about the community or anything like that. I also have the socials link where you can check the YouTube VODs and all that good stuff. Anyone else have anything they want to add in the meantime?
This session was a lot of fun. Thank you for running it.
Oh hell yeah.
Oh yeah, my pleasure. Yeah, it was a little bit different than our previous sessions, but I hope you guys still enjoyed it. And I think Sconebone should be on right now. Yes, he is. So we're gonna pop over there. Oh, he's doing Perfect Dark right now. So let's get over there to Sconebone. So we're gonna raid out right now. Please join me in following us over to Sconebone Videos channel. I'm a big fan of his. So we're gonna raid now. But yeah, I'm gonna miss you guys next week. But I know we'll come back and go on some wild adventures together in the time being, and I will work on the campaign in the meanwhile and add new stuff. So yeah, I hope you guys have a good rest of your nights, and we're gonna raid out right now. Okay, we have raided, and